All right, it is Monday night, and welcome to Gayborhood, friends. My name is Afeelya Buns. I am your hostess, along with
Baby Bear Bryce is here.
Oh, Baby Bear Bryce. We have so much going on right now. I'm so not ready. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. Did you have a good weekend?
I had a very good weekend. Busy. I worked.
That's it?
Pretty much.
You sound winded. What happened?
Well, actually, I just literally ran in here.
Literally.
What did I do this weekend? Saturday, I went to, it's kind of funny. Saturday, I went to a pageant, which isn't a shocker to most people, but I actually went to a charity fundraiser, and it was a pageant for straight married men who had never done drag before and were taken and put in drag to compete in a pageant.
I saw a video of a guy doing a Rhythm Nation.
Uh-huh.
That guy was
in it
a
to
man,
win it. And he was a man in a dress. And it was actually it was a really good time. It was definitely funny to see people that were so I don't know, it was good to see these guys that have never done drag before, and not only that, married and straight and have kids, and their families were there watching him do it, and it was really cool. But the guy who did Rhythm Nation is actually the guy who won.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. And so what else? That's it?
That's pretty much the highlight of my weekend. How about yours?
My weekend was busy also. I was doing the Flashback Fridays at Zone, which is one of our new sponsors now for the show. And then me and Eric here, we went to the Arizona Derby Days where we saw the championship bout, which was so intense. Oh my gosh, I was so
How was that?
crazy. It was crazy. I mean, they had these we call it minor assaults, which little kids running around, not running around. So the younger ladies were doing that. It was crazy. And then the big championship, it was fun. And then Sunday I did nothing. I relaxed. And then today is just all crazy for me.
It was a crazy day.
Yeah. So did you have fun, Eric? Eric had fun, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. See.
Night of roller derby.
You guys saw all kinds of pretty chicks and
Two very, very close bouts.
It was
unfortunately the bombshells.
Yeah. The team that we wanted kind of didn't win.
Yeah, our friend Rowdy, and she's on that team.
Yeah. So.
And unfortunately, they put up a hell of a fight. They did amazingly.
And when we say hell, we mean hell.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was hardcore.
But let me tell you need to go with us next time because there was so many hot boys up there.
I would have loved to have come, but
I'm sure you would have.
It is fun for everybody.
Really.
Good times, yes.
So did you get any numbers, Eric?
No.
No numbers?
No.
Did you see any
Even Afeelya was a little embarrassed to be seen with me because of my cargo shorts.
Whatever.
You should have seen it.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he got mad at me yesterday because I called him Fluffy.
She did call me Fluffy.
He was like
motherfucker.
He was like, I need to get
hell.
He said I need to go get a second job. I need to make sure money. I said, well, some people like the little Fluffy. You could be a stripper. And he got mad.
Did anybody hear it in that sentence?
Fluffy is not a bad thing. Fat is a bad thing.
Fluff.
Gordo is fat thing. So now that my Espanol is coming out, let's go ahead and meet our in-house guest. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Karamba's nightclub here in Phoenix, Arizona, we have two of the gems. I call them gems because it's Diamond Dallas and Ruby Reynolds.
Hello. How are you doing today? I'm very excited to be here.
Hold on. My thingy's not working.
Oh, there it is. That's what we needed.
I'm sorry. Here we go. Diamond Dallas.
You should do a second introduction again.
Okay. Let's rewind. We got this. We have a phone call already?
Oh, boy.
Hello, phone call. Hello, caller. Hello?
Caller?
Maybe we have to say in Spanish. Anybody there? ¿Alguien ahí?
Hola, buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Afeelya quiere un burrito.
Oh, que sí. You like my So let's start this over again. All the way from Karamba's nightclub here in Phoenix, Arizona, we have the two gems, Diamond Dallas and Ruby Reynolds.
Hello. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
It's better, right?
I feel like I'm at the America West Arena.
Really?
That's how I feel.
I'm thinking more like the telenovela.
How many times have you performed there?
What's that?
How many times have you performed there?
Oh, my gosh. I had a sold out.
In the parking lot?
In the parking lot while I was cleaning the ladies' restroom, too.
Well, you were singing your Selenas, I'm sure.
You know that I was rocking that.
Ruby, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're here. How was your weekend?
Good, fun, long, but it was very, very good.
Mhm.
Shows all weekend.
Right.
How was the shows?
Shows was very, very good. I was down at Cruising on 7th and then Charlie's on Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And you, Diamond?
My weekend, it was really relaxing. This weekend, I decided to spend it with my family in Mesa. And I was just eating and eating and eating and watching TV and more eating. That's what I did this
Is
weekend.
that why you're wearing the flowy dress?
Oh, no.
You know.
I have
It's a
some
Latin
duct tape
thing,
on
honey.
here.
Yeah. So you guys, we do have. We're starting this today. We actually have sponsors sponsoring our show. We want to go do a quick shout out to Zone and Newtown, and also we are doing a viewing party at Apollo. So hello everybody at Apollo.
Hello, Apollo.
Hello there.
Yeah, let's give it up for our. Did you shut me off again? Yeah, so if you're watching at Apollo's, thank you. Don't enjoy your 2-for-1 cocktails.
I like that flyer.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Mhm.
Apollo. Yes, we got
Yes.
lots of.
Apollo's has good drink specials.
Yes,
tonight,
and
too.
we also
Tonight,
have
yeah.
our correspondent out there from our sister show, working it out
Gene
with Gene
Moore.
and Moore. So Gene Moore's out there. So you gotta go say hi to Gene Moore, make him feel welcome because he's a little nervous. He's
He's a little technological challenge. I
technical
can't even
challenge,
say it.
technically challenged.
Technically challenged.
Technically, which doesn't mean anything bad, but it's okay.
We love you, Gene.
But we will see him in about 8:30. Where we get to
We
have
can do a shout out for him.
do a shout out. Yes, shout
Right
out.
there. You have to do the magic bounce over there. Oh my God.
Is that a gunshot?
Oh, let's see. He's a comedian, so he doesn't really hear that much. He hears more of this when he's on.
Oh, no.
No, if you saw his show on Saturday, he was talking about how he bombed this week. But he was at Karamba's last weekend with Jessica Wild.
Uh-huh.
And he was talking about how he got in a fight at the taco stand.
That always
my
happens.
gosh.
though.
Everybody gets in a fight there.
And let me tell you why.
At
Because
the taco stand?
he was trying to get
Yes.
a cut in line. He was hungry
Yeah,
at 4
that's what
o'clock in the
happens.
morning.
At Charlie's?
After
No,
a-
No, at Karamba's.
Karamba.
Oh,
after
you guys have a taco stand too.
Girl.
Oh,
Yes.
girl, and it's cheaper and better. Let me tell you.
Well,
And they're cuter.
It's actually the same family.
It is.
It's the same family.
You would
that have
never
another
know because
business.
the prices are different and the boys are cheap and cheaper, cuter, and Simon, we'll let you know. So let's go ahead and start off with our first segment, guys. Please relax and drink your bubblies. You need some bubblies?
Oh, we need some more. I think Diamond needs.
Well,
some more.
there, drink up. You
I'll
need
pour
a
it for
straw
you
for
guys.
it. I mean,
I'll pour it for you.
That one is done.
this probably empty.
That one is done.
Damn,
I mean, we just
quick.
opened it up. My
This is what I'm doing
God.
right now.
Oh.
She's already
All that I'm
drunk.
doing.
This is how the show's gonna be. So we have a lot going on today, you guys. So let's go ahead and start off with our Hollywood gossip.
Hollywood gossip.
Yes,
the
we have
land
a-
of Tinseltown.
Yes, or the hills above the rich crackheads. I don't know what you want to call it. We have lots to talk about. Please chime in anytime you want. Go ahead.
Well, this week we had a lot of deaths this past week, actually. Tim Samaras, I don't know if you guys know. Do you guys watch the Discovery Channel?
Mm.
Tim Samaras got caught up in the tornado that went through Oklahoma.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Are
And
you
him,
serious?
his son, and someone that does a show with them were all three killed in the tornado.
Yeah,
Oh my
Discovery
gosh, that's
Channel. The show was
horrible.
called The Storm Chasers.
Yeah.
and they got to So I guess he wasn't really chasing it.
No, but that just showed you the magnitude of the nature, Mother Nature. It's just
Now,
unbelievable.
They've gotten hit a lot, Oklahoma. I have
They
family
had
in Oklahoma.
18 tornadoes
Yeah.
that week that big one came rolling through.
That's crazy.
That's
well,
scary.
you know, we
Is it
do
always been the same way, or is just
every year.
lately?
Every year it's the same thing. You
Because
know.
I haven't.
I feel
don't
like
remember-
every year it's a different state
Really?
Mm.
when it comes to
No.
tornadoes because
I think
someone in I think one of our friends that were in Dallas with us said that they live in Tennessee and they were being hit with 5 tornadoes that week that they were with us.
yeah. Well,
But I think these past years it's been like worse, right?
global warming.
'Cause I've
you
been
know, with
here-
all the big haboobies that we have here, and yeah. So
I haven't heard anything like that. I don't know. I think ever. I think this is the first time that I heard like
I
a
think it's getting
tornado.
worse. I think it's getting worse.
Wow.
But so you guys in Oklahoma,
Just get a lot of
Nebraska,
tequila.
whatever,
You forget about everything.
make sure you have it underground with full of tequila. I think
Yeah.
we'll send a picture of Diamond Dallas and her little lingerie calendar. Sponsored by
It's just duct tape.
Karamba
Duct tape. It's
Taco
sponsored
Shop.
by duct tape.
Duct tape. Oh. Girl, you have the fancy duct tape.
It's
Is
not
it
the dollar
Gorilla
store
kind?
one.
Is the one
Yeah.
that they sell at what is it called? Home Depot, the gorilla kind.
The gorilla.
That's the strongest. That's the strongest.
You know, I have a funny story about that because there was one time I was a lady at the Cobalt
A lady.
for a fundraiser, and I forgot tuck-in panties.
Mm-mm.
So, ironically, I had tape because I was going to use the tape to make myself some cleavage.
Yeah.
And it was
Oh,
Gorilla
I
tape.
could tell it was a bad experience.
But I wasn't in any way, shape, or form like shaven in the right areas to use the duct tape.
Yeah.
So I was in the bathroom that night for probably about 20-25 minutes trying to peel this tape off,
Oh
and I
my
had to bite
gosh.
on something because I was screaming at the same
Yeah.
time that I was
Now,
doing
you
it.
know, I think if you go in the shower with hot water, it kind of loosens it
I
up
didn't
a
know
little
that.
bit.
I didn't
I
know
don't
that.
think so. That's why it's
Because-
called gorilla tape. It's just as strong.
Well, bitch, just walk around with your penis up your ass the whole time.
I'm
And
gonna.
when you gotta pee, just
Let it swing out.
you gotta squat. I've never used duct tape. I always use the smaller endovers to keep it back.
That's what I do. I don't.
Because if
Mess
someone's
up
gonna
with
try
duct
to
tape
go
over
back
there.
door and they get stuck on the glues, I'm like, that's kind of like, we don't need all that.
Well, no, but I'll tell you a little trick though. So if you put like an underwear first and then you do the tape over it, it's better.
I've
that
seen
way.
people
That's why I'm not a
put,
professional.
like some kind of fabric on it.
Exactly.
And just, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of girls will do like even the duct tape here, and they'll do it on their skin, and then they'll get rashes and stuff. Like yesterday,
Oh,
tricks that.
see,
But
now
if you
I-
do a spaghetti and then do it over it,
A spaghetti. Oh,
my
okay,
gosh.
spaghetti. This was a
Now
song
we're talking
you
about
were
girls.
Why you gotta be talking food in front of the big girl, honey? Because I'm like, can I get a steak and put it under my breast? I just want to know. Let's go ahead and talk about the Jacksons. Jermaine Jackson is looking to open up a 5-star hotel called Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Yeah, Your Majesty.
Oh, Jer.
Named after one of his sons. And the place he's looking at is Abdul Dubai. Yeah, so he doesn't want to have
Abdul Dubai,
Abdu
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi?
Is it Abu Dhabi?
It's Abu Dhabi.
Leave it to the last.
Abdul.
she's making it worse than what it is.
I'm
Fuck up
thinking
a
of a
fucking
singer.
name. This is not. It don't say like Abu Dhabi. Ooh, I misspelled. I miswrote the whole motherfucking thing. You know, Apollo's just sitting there laughing at me.
you
Enjoy
know-
your 2-for-1 cocktails at Apollo's and my fuck ups all night long. So would you go? I wouldn't go to a Jackson. What he wants to do is have memorabilia of the Jacksons all over. I don't give a fuck. Y'all look like clowns, and half of y'all is dead anyways.
Abu Dhabi. That was the place they went to in Sex and the City too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
But
my
you know,
I don't think I would go. I think I would. I don't know.
actually, that's the most expensive
Place,
city
yeah.
in the whole world. And that was just built on whole desert. They, those Arabic people, they're very smart and very rich if you live in like a oil land or whatever. So they built the city on top of that desert just to bring more tourists. And apparently,
It's working.
It's working.
At Abu Dhabi. Said Abu Dhabi.
So in other deaths, we have Bruno Mars' mother, Bernadette
I heard
Hernandez,
that.
55. She
With a
died
brain
of
aneurysm.
and they were
brain
playing
aneurysm.
they were playing his music the whole weekend, or
Oh,
at
really?
least yesterday. Yeah. And it was kind of sad.
Yeah, well, anybody who loses their mom is
She's gonna be in a better place though. So.
But
well, it was unexpected. So I mean, if you were sick, I can understand, but it's hard.
in the last death of the week, and I said there was a lot of deaths this week, Gene Stapleton.
Yes, from All in the Family. You guys are too young for that.
Well, who is it?
Well, I watched it, and they're older than I am.
Who was it?
Oh, he just called you shit.
Who
out.
was it?
Oh, this is a fighting
I'm on,
word.
girl.
Where's the other bottle? Where's the empty bottle?
Here you go, girl.
I was trying to defend you guys. You know. Gene
No. Come on, no.
Gene Stapleton, who played Archie Bunker's wife, Edith, in All the Family, passed away of natural causes on Friday, May 31st. She was 90. Gene's son, John Pooch, told the press that she died in New York City, surrounded by friends and family.
Wow.
I loved that show. I think it was one of the...
See, I don't think I've ever saw the show.
Who sold her?
Huh?
She said she never watched the show.
I've never watched the show. No. So
I
Are
loved
you
the
familiar
show.
with it?
yeah, I know it. I know it all about it. I just never seen it.
I used to watch it all the time at Nick at Night when I was little.
The reruns and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, go figure. Nick and Night. Nick and Night for anybody under 23. Whatever. So allegedly,
Good thing I'm 26.
right? Allegedly. We do a lot of allegedlys here. So there was a fan at one of Rihanna's concerts who's claiming she got a herpes from Rihanna's concert.
Oh God.
What?
So, yes. So and this is, let me tell you what it's about. So there was, I guess, MAC people represented their sampling lipsticks, and she said that the representative put the lipstick on her.
On Rihanna.
No, on the girl, on the fan, and so she got a herpes from it. Well, first of all,
Well,
MAC,
how did
MAC
did
people
Rihanna
normally
use
use
it?
it like brush, like disposable
Right,
stuff.
exactly. And those sanitizers
So
before.
basically, this hoe got a herpes from one of her tricks, and
Yeah.
she's trying to blame it on Rihanna's
Rihanna.
concert. Now she's not suing Rihanna; she's suing the MAC company.
Oh wow.
Well, she's not gonna get none.
Good
She's
luck with
not.
that.
Because these girls, I know a lot of MAC people who are trained to use disposable stuff. They're not gonna use that shit. And bitch, why would you want to be at a concert with? Go ahead and put the lipstick
Yeah.
on my lips, bitch.
Well, I thought you were saying that someone got herpes from Rihanna.
Rihanna's concert. I'm sorry. Did you misunderstand that? It's from the concert. That's what it. Yeah.
What
She knows
happened
she
to
a
those
hoe.
things? You haven't pressed any button in there. Okay.
That's how I feel right now.
Channing Tatum and Jenna Dwayne Tatum, the hot Hollywood couple, welcomed their first baby in London, England on Thursday, May 30th.
Damn. I was hoping he was.
A lot
gay.
of people, and I saw that, and it's still kind of that thing. I think all of us were kind of hoping Channing Tatum was eventually going to come out.
I wish he was just bisexual and just let me play. Just saying.
How'd that go again?
I
You
think she
know.
can do the same thing.
Oh, because she's look at those lips. I
Whatever.
use my tongue. She uses her lips. I'm just saying. Ruby Rantos, those lips are big. Are those real?
They're all mine, honey.
Did you buy them, huh, bitch? Bitch. Because I was like, the last time I seen you, you didn't have them.
I forgot to contour them down today.
Were you having the herpes from the Mac
Girl,
from the
no,
Rihanna?
no, I'm
The
good with
Rihanna's
that.
concert, honey. Look,
I'm extra careful with these. I can't be doing all that.
look. I always carry the Clorox wipes before I go down.
There
Look,
you
wipe
go.
it down before you stick it in, honey. What so David Arquette and Courtney Cox finally got divorced. Finally.
I saw that. Yeah, I thought they were divorced a long time ago.
So did I. I was real surprised that they split up back in October 2010 2010, and they filed in June 2012.
It kind of makes sense though, because when I ever saw David doing an interview with anybody, he was always like, "We're working on things. We're working on things." So I mean, you can clearly say they put the effort in, and instead of doing we're getting divorced one day later, they clearly.
Yeah, she's
worked
not
on
a
things.
Kardashian.
Did they have any kids together or no?
One kid.
One kid.
One child. Mm-hmm.
One.
Mm-hmm. Coco.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Google it.
Well, alrighty then.
Oh, I have it on my information. Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Girl.
So let's go ahead and go and so American Idol.
American Idol.
Yes. So we talked about it earlier before that all the
I heard
judges
Kelly
are
Clarkson though. Kelly Clarkson's actually been up to be asked to judge, but she's actually in process of turning them down because they're not paying her enough, because she overheard that someone else was getting paid more than
J-Lo
her.
was getting paid more than her.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
So, but Nikki and Mariah just finally confirmed that they are leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is good.
So
Well,
what's going on with that show? Everybody's
They're
leaving.
getting rid of
and-
all the judges, and they want to bring J-Lo back, and they were talking about bringing some of the former American Idols in as
Yeah.
judges, which they should. I mean,
Speaking of J-Lo, did you guys hear about J-Lo on Britain's Got Talent? She's apparently like Britain's like completely grossed about her because
Why?
she had done a performance where, and I kind of look at her costume. I saw it today, and the costume she was wearing, it was a little too revealing or
Was
risque.
it like the
was her vagina showing?
like the
pretty
green one,
close.
like a kind of?
No, it was this
It
black
just-
leather thing, and it came up so high in the hips. I was kind of like, why does she look like she's giving me drag legs?
Well, she is dating a gay guy. Leave her alone.
But
He is
literally,
fashion.
it looked like she had duct tape just sitting there. But the funny thing is the pictures they have taken
You
of
think
her,
she has a penis?
she's got camel toe. Camel toe
God.
down.
Did she have like nylons underneath it, or it was just her bare legs that you
It
could
was.
see?
I think it was her bare legs.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I couldn't.
Because usually
see.
when they do that, like they
They
wear
put
like
like
the
a
dan-
fishnet
yeah, like
or
the-
right,
yeah,
right.
like the
but
dancer ones.
It
over.
was just bare legs. There wasn't any fishnet. She
J-Lo
could have been
had
wearing.
a camel toe.
But
I've seen that at Karamba.
They like.
I'm just throwing that out because
I see that
was
everywhere.
you.
Everywhere.
There was.
I didn't say who it was. It could have been me.
Well,
But that's the time for the pun.
What button you
To the
want?
club.
This is because it was super sexy. Oh my!
There you
Ooh,
go.
that was for the
People
Afeelya
like the sexy camel toe. Yes.
Isn't there a song about a camel toe?
There
my
is a
gosh,
song
there
with
is.
camel toe. There is. And I think I've seen Ruby do it.
Whatever.
Not on stage, but at the taco stand.
Yes. You can catch me doing some crazy things at that taco stand.
You know, you know what?
I just feel bad for those people that are there cooking and the lady that is there just taking the
you
money.
are their entertainment. You're the entertainment they don't get to
No,
see.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, they
I
get to
feel,
see
I feel
it.
so bad
Yeah.
for them. But then after you get home with that quesadilla or those tacos, you're like, I don't care.
She's all in her pantyhose. Ruby, grab me something to drink.
I was so close to stop there last night, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
I
I
did.
just left.
Yeah, that thing. You know what? I liked it. I stopped there a couple of times when I was hanging out there. That was
Oh
so
my gosh.
delicious. I'm just saying. We'll talk more about the taco stand later. What else do we got
In
here?
other news, we have Beyonce. You know how we had talked about a couple weeks ago that Beyonce was pregnant with her second child?
Yeah,
I heard that, yeah.
She's not pregnant.
No, she's just fat.
She
So who came
squashed.
up with that rumor?
I don't know who came out with the rumor or who.
I think it was what is it called?
because she canceled a concert because she was tired and thirsty, and hold on, I'm pulling this out because it's hurt my ears. And then she had a little bump or something, and I don't know. Just
So they're
rumors.
just made
Just
that up.
rumors, you know.
well, she squashed the rumors by posting a twig on or
A twig.
posting a pic on Twitter of her and her husband drinking wine together,
Yeah.
and it pretty much just eliminated the rumor that she's pregnant. I mean, I know that there's that. I mean,
You
But
can
you
have-
never
you
know.
can tell
You
us.
can- You
You
never
can tell
know. You
us.
never know. I mean, you can have tequila and
No, that's not true. You can have a glass.
you
of
can have a
wine.
glass of red wine via the doctor's prescription, saying that you're able.
You need a prescription to sit there and have a glass of wine when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Give me a prescription. Give me a bottle of wine.
Are you pregnant?
I am, girl, you think all this is natural? Come on. I was knocked up this weekend.
She's with child.
When are you, Diamond? When are you gonna have a pop
a
one
child. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I
just
don't
got
know.
rid
Right
of
now,
her
everything
other
is getting
one.
so expensive. I don't know if I can do that. Plus, you cannot drink.
Right.
How can I do that?
Well, you're on the high. You come down from drinking. I hear.
That's not
Just
true.
a little bit.
It's not true.
She tries to
Instead of
fool
having
everybody.
five,
It's
instead of
not
having
true.
instead of having 5, I just have like 4 drinks,
4 and a half.
and then I'm getting go.
She said, "Put it in a big glass so nobody knows."
Yeah,
Then I'm
exactly.
leaving, and then I just sip it all.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and let's talk about. You remember how Amanda Bynes was her hair?
What happened to
you
her?
girls need to talk to Amanda Bynes because she was wearing the fucked up hair at court.
There was a picture of her
Mhm.
on Facebook that it was her, Paris, Lindsay.
Like they added her in the picture of them.
And
You
bring
know,
it
everybody
on a
was
car,
going
yeah.
crazy.
Right, but she had a fucked up hairdo. Allegedly, she went and placed an order with Contour Princess Wigs, a Disney wig design for 3 wigs: Cinderella, a Barbie, and a Belle, all valued at $830.
Are you kidding me?
So
if I was
next
going
time
to
you
spend
see
that
her
much
in
money, I
court-
would not get some cheesy wig.
Right?
It would have for $800. It would have been some name brand real
can-
hair
who
Who does
stuff.
those
Look
wigs
at
out?
Ruby. This is for you. You can call Amanda Bynes and say, "Bitch, I can help you with some hair," because you was a hairdresser. I don't know about with your hair today, but
It's my lesbian look.
well, representing the
Amanda
lesbian.
Bynes, though. Speaking of Amanda Bynes, though, did you guys hear about that spat between her and Courtney Love on Twitter?
Was it Amanda Bynes and Courtney?
Courtney Love.
Who was Rihanna having a spat
With her?
Well,
too,
she
yeah.
had
She
a
did a
spat
tweet,
with
yeah.
Amanda too, but I thought this was funny. Courtney Love actually had posted to Amanda Bynes saying "pull it together" via Twitter. Then Amanda Bynes tweets, "Courtney Love is the ugliest woman I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
To be mentioned by her makes me and all my friends laugh."
Wow.
No offense, Amanda, but Courtney Love looks a lot better than you at this point. I know Courtney Love's had her moments, but at least
But she's looking really good lately.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever happened to Amanda? She's just getting crazy.
She's
and
she's just,
pills
what?
and
Well, you know what?
everything?
Her mom, I saw on E! News when I watched the Kardashians. By the way, the Kardashians' new season started yesterday.
And by the way, Rob Kardashian has cleared all his fines with that paparazzi. I had to call him and tell him, mijo.
What did he do?
Well, he was coming out of a gym and he was changing in a garage, and a paparazzi chick was taking pictures while he was undressing. She got the good.
A girl. He's
really?
And
cute.
Right? That's what I'm
So
saying.
what happened? They're not
So
gonna.
he went and confronted her and took the card out of her camera, and she sued him because that's
So those
theft and-
pictures are never gonna come out.
No,
Oh
unfortunately.
Lord.
I know, because I would love to see him in his chonies. I wonder what kind of chonies he. What kind of chonies think he wears?
I don't know.
Dolce & Gabbana.
Boxers. Boxers.
I think he's a boxer guy because you see him in the
Boxers?
TV series and
I
he's
think
wearing
he has,
boxers.
like boxers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. My bad. You're right. Boxer
seen
briefs
it.
I prefer.
I wear boxers when I'm walking around my house.
What do you wear, Eric?
What?
Nothing.
What do you think?
Nothing.
A banana hammock,
Tongue.
A thong.
duct tape.
Oh, man.
Panties.
I think he is nasty. He's nasty.
No, boxer briefs.
Yeah, boxer briefs are cute. I think boxer briefs are cute.
I wear boxer briefs during the day, but at night, if I'm not wearing,
But you
any-
also talked about you wore jock straps where your ass hangs out, so your butthole can breathe.
So? I wear them too. But my point is, if I'm wearing, I'm usually walking around the house naked. But if not, I'm usually wearing
How
boxers.
are you walking around naked when you have all these people walking in and out of your house?
Because I make sure no one's coming home when I'm in the comfort
lock
of
the
my
door.
home. Lock the
Bitch,
door.
I'm-
Exactly.
Amy Justice has her finger to pull it. All right, that was the end of our Hollywood gossip, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening to that. We're gonna go ahead and talk to Julie for Vixen's News of the Weird. Oh, hold on.
Hi, Afeelya.
Hi, Vixen.
How you doing?
Hi.
How was your
We
Saturday
missed you,
night?
Bryce, on Saturday.
I know. I wish I could have been there, and it was one of those things. I planned on coming like the last time, but Mike had an event that we had pre-purchased tickets for, and we had to be there. Otherwise, I would have been like, I'm going to the roller derby.
Right. Well, we'll have you out next season, which will probably be like September.
For
and,
sure.
and let me tell you, Eric and I have fallen in love with the sport again, and we're gonna start attending more events because let me tell you, I was so stressed after the last bout.
You stress out over little things a lot.
We wanted more. We wanted
It
more.
was a great, really, really close game. You couldn't have asked for a better game.
And those
But
girls.
the minor assaults as well. Both of those
That
teams
was a
did
really
so
close
well.
game as well.
It was. I mean, it was just like a few points, difference up until the last seconds. It was just a
Yeah,
gripping
well,
night.
we have
Everybody's
this-
got to come out.
This upcoming weekend, we're going to be in Los Angeles for the Battle on the Bank tournament. It's going to be both our all-star team, the Hot Shots, and also our minor assaults. There's going to be junior girls playing there as well.
That's going to be awesome.
Hey, and by the way, I will
Yeah,
be
it'll be
in LA this weekend, hanging out with my brother at Disneyland. So
Oh, so you are going?
I am going. Yes.
Okay, I'll catch up with you.
So,
But-
so go ahead and give us the news of the weird. What's going on?
Okay, well, I have two stories that are related.
Okay.
One takes place in the Ukraine. There is a funeral director in the Ukraine which is now offering coffin therapy sessions
Huh?
where you can rent for $25 for 15 minutes time to lay in a coffin and be covered so that you can wake up and appreciate life again.
I'm sorry. What?
It's coffin therapy.
I would not want to lay in a coffin.
No.
Would you like your own funeral? Because that's what they're doing in China.
No, so I already told my parents how I want my mom how I want to go. If I go before her, I don't want no sad, depressing shit. I want mariachis. I want a DJ. I want comida. I want my friends performing. It's a party. I want you to exactly how I live my life. I want you to do it when I'm dead.
Diamond, will you be at that
You can
funeral
do it.
service?
You can do it when you're
At
alive,
hers?
though. In China, though,
She is
besides the
older.
coffin therapy, you're actually having in China, they're actually having funerals where you're there, you lay in the coffin, the coffin's open, and you get to hear all the eulogies and the music.
I mean,
and the party.
What's up with those Chinese doing all this crazy stuff?
Isn't there
It's
like
very
an
dramatic.
urban
Have you
legend
seen-
that like that's like jinxing yourself if you go and lay in a coffin?
So if they're not doing it right, you're gonna wait. Excuse me. Stop. That's not how you're. No, don't talk like that when I'm.
That's
Are you
very
kidding me? I
dramatic.
did
That's
that,
crazy.
Excuse me.
Well, when I go, I have a Jim Beam bottle from the 1960s that's shaped like an I Dream of Jeannie bottle.
Yes.
And I told Michelangelo, my son, I want cremated and put in the I Dream of Jeannie bottle. And he can move me around with him wherever he
Is
ends
it
up.
empty?
It's empty now because it was from the 1960s.
I'm like, girl, 'cause that's a cute little bottle I hear.
You drink Jim Beam?
No, she drinks
No,
Jack
I
Daniels.
drink Jack Daniels.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
you said
that's-
Jim Beam bottle.
She did.
Well, it is, but I only got it because it's an I Dream of Jeannie limited edition shaped just like Jeannie's bottle.
So did you
and-
drink
Of the
the
TV
bottle
show.
though, or did you pour it down the drain? Because I think it tastes like
Oh,
piss
no,
water.
no. I got it whenever I got it already emptied off of eBay.
And plus, she has plenty of friends who drink a lot of whiskey, so she probably passed the bottle around like the cholas do.
Ron Lindblad at Apollo's
and
drinks
speaking
Jim
of which,
Beam,
you guys
and
didn't
it's
make the
horrible.
after party or the after party. There was plenty of drinking there on Saturday.
Oh, you know, I had to go home because, and I told Eric this. I said we better go home because I can't get drunk with all those cute guys around because I'm about to take advantage of one of them. Because you know me and the white boys with tattoos, honey. You give me some alcohol and I'll be like, it's a full game. Whether they were bisexual or not, they're gonna get some. But it was a great game. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Julie. We'll for Vixen's News of the Weird, and we will see you or hear from you next week.
Next week. Okay, thank you.
All right, bye, honey. Thank you.
In our next segment, we are now going on to Derek Chavez.
Yes, he is a reality star from MTV who was on Real World, Cancun, and also The Challenge.
Correct.
Have you seen any of those?
I didn't see Derek Chavez seasons that he was in them, but I have watched them.
I watched them because that's when I had cable back then. Now I don't have cables. But man, let me tell you, those challenges are fucking crazy. Is he on already? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Derek Chavez.
Hi, Derek.
Hello.
Hey, Boo, hey, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. You combed your hair for us and everything. I appreciate that. Are you on your couch?
I'm in my room on a couch, yeah.
Oh, so you have us in bed with you in the bedroom. So if anybody wanted to know what it feels like to be in his bedroom alone, they could have that
You have it.
experience. So why don't you go ahead? I know you can't see us, but we can see you. And everybody, say hi to everybody at Apollo's.
Hello, everybody at Apollo's. I used to play softball for you guys.
Yes, we heard.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Yes, and he used to drink a lot over there too. We're just throwing that out. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about how you got started with the MTV. You were with the MTV Real World Cancun.
Yeah.
That was what, 4 years ago?
Yeah, about 4 years. It was we filmed it in 2009, so yeah.
Yeah, you were with one of your best friends here from town, right?
Yeah, Johnny. Actually, we weren't really best friends. We were coworkers who like hung out a couple of times, but once we saw that we were going at it with each other, we might as well have been friends. And then when they picked both of us, they kind of like made it seem like we were closer than we were.
And
We're like family now. Like she's like my sister now. She's one of my best friends now.
Very nice.
And I have a question. She went to Tony and Guy Academy, right here.
Yeah, she did. She graduated there, and she is actually in California right now waiting to take her state exams to get her license in California.
That's funny because I actually went to beauty school with her. I was in one of her friend Ronnie's class. We're together. And I think she was a little bit behind us and graduated after us.
You're such a name dropper.
No, but I love her. No, but she's so pretty. I love her.
Who is this?
This is
It's
Ruby.
Ruby Reynolds.
This is
Okay.
Ruby.
She's so sexy. She looks like a lesbian right now.
I do. I got called a lesbian today too.
I love your highlights, though. They're pretty.
Thank you.
We're not talking about her. Let's
We
talk
call
about Derek.
them Mexi lights. Mexi lights.
The Mexi life. So let's go ahead and then you started doing this challenge. That is very physical.
Yeah, we just got done filming another one, and the new one airs July 10th on MTV at 10. But yeah, they're insane. The last one that I was on was Battle of the Seasons, and I made it the entire way, and I got to do every challenge except the final. But they're hard.
Yeah.
They're as hard as they look on TV, and the things that you guys don't get to see is the waiting that takes, because like if there's a contraption that we're doing that has to be reset, there's 32 of us, they have to reset it 32 times, so sometimes those challenges take like 8 hours a day.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure, and I've seen a couple of them when that you're on. I'm like, oh, I kind of know him. So, and I see a lot of the people having affairs and stuff. Have you ever fooled around with any of those people? Because you really don't get that much camera time, if I remember right. Because there's a lot of drama going on, and you're not the drama guy.
It's like, I mean, these people, I get into drama when I have to, and when it's only necessary. And these people like strive for it to be like, who's going to be the most dramatic, whatever. I'm like, I'm on vacation in a foreign country, and there's free booze here. Like, why am I going to fight with anyone?
So they basically want camera time.
That's the way a gay should do it.
There you go.
Like, why don't you try to do that to get more camera time? And I'm like, because that's not who I am. I was like, I think I'd be fake if I did that, and I don't want to come off as fake. But this last challenge that I did, I actually got into a really, really big fight, like a physical fight, and that's who's going to be my partner in this next challenge, is the person that I fought with.
What? With a guy?
Yeah.
You're so butch. I love you.
No. He's about 6'6", and I'm only 5'11", so I look like a little chihuahua compared to this big. He threw me over a couch, and sure enough, I was back in his face. Talk. It was.
Oh my lord!
But I made him so pissed off from what I was telling him that he ripped his shirt off, and my smart ass was like, "Oh my god, you took your shirt off!" And it was like the big like quote, like the line of that episode, and like the suit plated and all that stuff. So it was pretty funny.
Really? Wow.
So Derek, tell us, where did you grow up originally?
I'm originally from New Mexico, but my brother graduated high school in '98, and he came here right for college. And every summer since like my 8th grade year, I would come up here and work with him at the shop that he works at, and so I could buy my own clothes and be like all independent and not have to worry about my mom. So I made some friends here, and that's why I chose to come here. I was like, because he lives here. It's far enough away from home, but close enough if I still need something. And we have professional teams. We're close to California, Vegas, and Mexico, so it's like perfect.
So where do you live currently?
I'm in Scottsdale right now.
Oh, okay.
Scottsdale.
Very cool.
And you currently, you want to say where you work at?
Yeah, I bartend at Salty's in Old Town. So if you guys ever want a day drink or need a margarita or anything, I'm there all the time.
We always want a margarita.
We're there. We are there. So I had one of our listeners ask, is Derek single?
Yes, Derek is single right now.
And what kind of guys is Derek like besides alive?
That's Afeelya's question. That's not really that's not really somebody calling in, because I saw
nobody called.
I'm all looking at the refreshed Q chat system going, no one said that.
Damn,
you do recall I did ask questions on Facebook, and I do have email. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bitches.
But that was really your question.
If I wanted to know, I would go over to his work and ask him like any other hoe would do.
Would you go dressed like you are right now?
Shut up. So go ahead, back to my question.
Everybody dressed up?
No,
Afeelya.
I did. I got my good wig on.
She got her Selena wig.
That's a
on
very
today.
Selena look. That's what I was gonna say. It's good. It's
Bitty
good.
bitty bum bum, man.
Go, girl.
I'll
So
make
after,
sure to come back and watch this, because I actually want to see what everybody looks like and everything.
Well,
Very cool.
you don't want to see Ruby right
not
now.
today. This is my lesbian look today, but go on my Facebook.
Maybe
You'll
he's
see
into
it.
that.
But you can watch because we are on live. You can watch us while we're on live.
Yeah, I watched a couple. I was watching the show before I got onto this. I was watching your last show with
Aja and yeah.
So, Derek, let me ask you, what was your experience like being on TV and the reality TV show, The Real World? Like, what did you take from it?
See, and that's the thing. Like, okay, I only watched when I was little, because my older brother and sister, they would watch Real World, and to me, when I was younger, it was boring. It was like, so I didn't want to watch it. It wasn't like Legend. It wasn't what I was into. But I actually didn't want to audition for the show. Like, I went with a friend, like as her +1. She really, really wanted to do it, and she needed to take someone with her to skip the line. So I went with her, and I ended up making it over her. And she like kind of got pissed off for a little bit, but we're good now. But I guess like the people that go on the show go on to change something about them or learn something about them. Whereas I was 20 years old, about to turn 21, and they were taking us to Cancun, Mexico for 4 months. So I was like, I want to just go party and have a good time. But what I did learn that I knew I didn't have before was patience. Like with these people, the way that they act, and you have like 8 loud individual personalities that are all different coming to you at one time. Like, you got to be patient with people, and that's the thing that I think I took, like, that I learned about myself, is that I am more patient than I was ever before.
Very cool. Now, do you get recognized when you're out at work?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it has its ups and its downs. If I'm busy and people recognize me and they want to take pictures, I don't want to be rude and be like, I can't take a picture, like I'm busy. But then like it has its ups when like people are like, hey, let me buy you a shot. Hey, let me do this for you. Hey, let me, I'm like, get all these perks about it. I'm like, okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'll take a picture.
Right. Do you?
So, being that you spent some time with a couple of TV series, where have you been as far as on the TV scene? Like, have you been to the MTV Movie Awards? Have you been to different?
I went to 2 reality awards in LA, and then I did get to go to the 2009 VMAs, and that was one of the best experiences of my life. And it's pretty cool. Like, the way that it works is they put you in your limo, and then somebody pulls you out of your limo and says like, oh, this is the cast of Real World, and he tells the announcer, and then they tell you who you are, and you go up on this pedestal. And it was really weird to see people with like signs that said our names, and like the crowd screaming and like yelling for us. And like we got to walk the red carpet, and we were getting interviewed by all the magazines. Like Juliana Rancic interviewed us. Jimmy Fallon came up from behind us and was like, oh my God, Real World Cancun, it's my favorite season, like where's the rest of the cast and stuff. Like he was like interested in like all that stuff. And it's cool that like when I got back, and Twitter was barely getting big when I got back from my season, and one of the first people that followed me was Ellen DeGeneres. So I was like, that's pretty cool, like getting recognition like that.
Oh, very cool.
Have you ever been on her show yet?
No, I think I'd have to do something more teen momish to be on that.
So why don't you have a baby then? so
what other TV series would you do?
Before I did Real World, I actually wanted to do The Amazing Race, and like I auditioned for that.
I've always wanted to do that.
I just always thought it was funny, like to audition for stuff, and then when I was doing it, I still felt kind of funny. And then when I found out, well, not when I found out I was doing it, but when they kept saying that they liked me, and kept bringing me back, I'm like, hey, I might have a chance to do this. And then when I was like, I got picked for the Real World, I'm like, sweet, I'm going to be able to do the challenges now. And that's what I really wanted to do, if anything, was the challenges, because they're so much fun. I'm really competitive, and I hate losing, and I love being like competitive and compete against like these athletes who think they're amazing, but like I can do better than them sometimes too. So it's fun.
Was that the dryer that went off?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Any listeners that are listening right now at Apollo's or at home, anything, if you guys want to ask Derek any questions, you can feel free to call us at 1-888-791-9294, or you can hit us up in the chat room right now and ask Derek any questions that you guys have.
Yep.
So out of all the challenges, I mean, you meet so many of these other people. Which ones are you still good friends with? A lot of them? I mean.
Oh yeah, and that's the cool thing about this too. So like, I used to watch the challenge like religiously, so I knew all the people that way, not because of their Real World. I knew they were on Real World or Road Rules or whatever. But once you do your Real World, you're kind of like family. So like once you're done with it, like the veteran people call you and like, hey, like welcome to the family. Like if you need help or questions with anything, like it's really cool. You just become this big family and you meet everybody. And this last one that I did, I met every single person before, and I'm friends with them before we went on this. So it was just like going to Thailand, because we were in Phuket, Thailand. So it's like going to Thailand with 32 of your closest friends, and you just have a really good time. But then when you get in the house and the cameras turn on, people switch, and it's not fun.
So you have fooled around with some of the guys over there?
There goes the Philly. That was a caller again. That was a caller that said that. Just so you know. Yeah, exactly.
Because there are some sexy guys on there. I don't know how you, as a gay boy, don't want to be like, hey, get drunk and let's fool around.
Well, because I don't.
It's called self-control.
Want to do that on TV. I mean, this last one that I did, I kind of got like me and this guy Frank kind of sloppy made out. If it was like really sloppy, we were wasted and we made out, but that's the extent.
Maybe you know that.
It's okay.
That was shown on TV, so.
Oh.
And on my Real World, my issue was my ex left. Like he wasn't invited, and he came to my birthday.
I saw that video you had on YouTube. I was gonna ask you about that.
So that was that, but I ended up dating somebody that I met from the show, and we were dating for like 6 months. But I mean, and we ended up hooking up on TV too, but. I don't know. You guys are just going to have to tune in to this next one to see if anything good happens.
So, Derek, what type of guys are you into?
What I'm mostly attracted to are like, I hate saying it because it sounds so cliche, but it's like straight acting gay guys. Like, I love.
We got this, girl.
Afeelya's here and she's ready.
She's taking her wig off.
None of you guys.
I can act butch.
I usually like guys that are as my height. I'm 5'11" or taller. I don't know, that just are active, whatever. But the people that I've dated are nowhere near what I'm attracted to, so I'm not very picky.
Yeah. So tell me, are you good friends with Ruthie and Coral?
I actually have only met Ruthie, and I've never met Coral, but I've talked to her on Twitter. I'm really good friends with Trishelle, though. Trishelle's and Anissa.
Oh, Anissa, I like her. Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of Derek and Anissa on this next challenge.
Nice. Maybe one day we can get both of you guys on our show together.
And she'll definitely do it. And she's one of the funniest people I've ever met. Like,
Yeah.
we had such a good time.
Super sexy.
So Derek, can you just answer this one question? Has your life changed since being on TV?
I mean, it has. I've gotten a lot of opportunities. I worked with that travel company that I worked with. I was with them for 2 years after that, and every single time that they had like stuff for MTV, I would be the one that they would do it with. Like MTV, you know how MTV films their spring break? Well, my travel company was the one that brought them. So I would be the one taking care of like talent. So like making the green rooms for the talent, like introducing them to people. So it's like I got to meet a lot of famous people, and I get to travel everywhere, and I make really good money doing it. So it's just like, I don't know. I when I was doing the show, I only had a year left of school, and I haven't had time to do it because I'm always like worried that the one time that I turned down MTV because I'm doing school, they're never going to call me again. So I'm trying to take advantage of this as much as I can, see what happens.
So what do you want to do with what do you want to do as Derek? Like, what does Derek want to do for his future career?
Well, if I finish school, I'm kinesiology. I think I want to be a physician's assistant or a physical therapist. So
Very
we'll see
cool.
how it goes. If not, if I get an opportunity from doing real world to do something in the entertainment business, I'm going to take that. Like, for spring break 2 years ago, I was the correspondent for Student City's website. So like, I like the hosting part of it and like the interviewing and meeting the people like that. I've done a couple of things for acting, like that were low budget stuff, but I don't know if that's what I would want to do.
Gotcha.
Okay, so how do you like Cancun when you were there? Did you like it?
Yeah, Cancun was amazing. We were basically in the hotel areas, the hotel zone, so we couldn't really explore. But when we got to go down,
The ruins?
what's up?
The ruins are...
Oh yeah, we didn't get to go there because they didn't allow filming.
Okay.
Like Chichen Itza.
Yeah.
We didn't get to go there, but we went to Xel-Há, we went to Isla Mujeres.
Isla Mujeres, yeah. It's pretty, huh?
Yeah, we went to Garafon there and got to swim with everything.
Yeah.
And I liked it, and it wasn't as humid as I thought it was gonna be. And then our penthouse literally like overlooked the ocean, so my backyard was the beach, so it's just beautiful. And the people are actually really nice there. And
Oh my
get the
gosh.
authentic part of Mexico, it's really cool because obviously we have whitewash like Mexico, we're in Cancun or like Cabo and stuff, but when you actually go down to like the mercados and stuff, it's awesome.
You see, Afeelya, we have to take you there.
Yep.
Oh, I would go.
We have a Karambas there.
What's that? We should have open a Karambas over there.
There is
huh?
one there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is one there. They have it on the web.
Yeah.
They have it on the web. Oh, Diamond! Too much wine. I'm just kidding.
I checked it out. It wasn't like a busy season, so like it was me and my roommates and a couple of other people that were there. But we had a good time over there.
It's a gay bar also?
It is. We're not like tied to them, but they have like we.
It's a Karambas, but it's a...
Karambas here.
Yeah, but we like on our website we promote them too. Like they have like. a
Does
little link where they
Karambas
go
mean
to.
something?
Caramba, ay caramba.
Karamba means like...
I'm just saying, like, I didn't know if it was a specific word in Spanish.
Yeah, it means something. It means like...
Caramba. Is it
Co-
like?
Karamba, it's like when you have an accident or something, you just make that
Saying
Like
expression.
oh my or
like,
oh,
holy shit. But in Spanish.
There you go. That's perfect.
Caramba means holy shit.
In Spanish.
We're making stuff up now.
Right?
So I have a question for you too. So when you guys are there, like I know that you guys see like I saw like I don't know if it was your season, but you guys have to get like take on jobs when you guys are out there. Yeah, and so you guys get a lot of your money from that, and you guys have to. I mean, do you guys have to buy your own things while you guys are there, or is it different? Because I remember one of them.
When we first got there, and it's different for every season too, because the season before us, it was Brooklyn. They got to get whatever job they wanted, whereas ours, we had to work for that travel company. And
Oh, I see. Okay.
But they stock everything in the very beginning, and after that, you're on your own because it's called the real world. They're not trying to like treat you like you're a celebrity or anything. You're there to work and like live your life with these people.
And I remember that because I remember seeing like when they would go to the like when they run out of their supply, they'd go to like restaurants and be like, all right, you guys go in the girls' restroom and steal toilet paper because we got to take it back home.
Yeah, but we kind of got spoiled because we were in the hotel and we had room service, so we would always just order room service for food and stuff because it was such a process to go with like 3 or 4, because if there's more than one of you, obviously a camera crew has to come with you, and it's just a process to bring like you and your roommate, a camera person, a producer, a sound guy, and a light guy on the bus that we had to take everywhere, and the Walmart, the only grocery store that we were allowed to film in was Walmart, and we'd have to go there, but we could only film the front of it. So one of us would have to go in at one time, get our stuff, then come back and wait. It was just such a hassle.
I see.
So I don't know if you don't have to answer this question, but we do have a listener.
And it's a listener this time.
It's a listener. It's a serious listener in the chat room. You can go in the chat room and look at it. The question from Shoni. I don't know if you know them.
Shawnee.
Yeah. Shawnee wants to know if Derek is a top or a bottom or verse.
Afeelya, did you just log in?
It's under her grinder account.
I know this
on her
answer.
computer.
I know
typing.
this answer, and let me go ahead and let me let you all know what I think it is.
She'll catch you on Grinder and find out.
What did you say? Plead the fifth.
I'm pleading the fifth on that.
See, I told you. I'm going to let you all know what he is. This is my opinion. This is my dream. No joking. Well, Derek, we appreciate you being able to Skype us and taking time out of your busy schedule. So when is your season coming back up again?
July 10th. It's the Wednesday, July 10th, and it shows at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Or that's what time it starts, 10 p.m. So it'll be every Wednesday.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Derek, and thank you for taking your time in to call with us.
And if anybody wants to see him live in person when he's not busy, maybe have a conversation with him. He is at Salty Senoritas in Scottsdale.
Do you work specific nights?
I usually just work days. I actually work Wednesday night and Friday night this weekend, so I'll be there I close, so I'll be there all night.
And we can also find you on Facebook.com under Derek Chavez.
It's under Derek Chavez, and then Twitter is twitter.com/MTVDerek. And then you can follow me on Instagram. It's the exact same MTV.
Good Lord, why do you need all those things?
I have Instagram. You should have Instagram.
No,
everyone should have Instagram.
I can barely handle my freaking Facebook.
I love Instagram. I prefer that over Twitter.
You can my MySpace, my Yahoo, my everything.
You can use Instagram to post on Twitter and Facebook, so it kills 3 birds with one stone.
Exactly.
But it's the same thing if you have all the same followers. Or stalkers, whatever you want to call them.
I don't know. I have different followers on Instagram than I do Twitter.
Me too.
All right, Derek, thank you so much. One more time, give it up for Derek Chavez.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you, honey.
Well, it was very cool.
Well, that's very nice, yeah.
Why are you sweating so much?
I had to readjust over here. So we do apologize. I guess we had some video problems. So everybody at Apollos, we do apologize for that.
Yes.
Yes. But don't forget to enjoy your 2-for-1 cocktails there with Kyle. And thank you again to Apollos for sponsoring us, and also Newtown Saloon and Zone. So right now, let's go ahead and talk about some of our sponsors right now.
Yes, we do have our sponsors. Thank you to all of our sponsors who helped put us together and let us be here to have our guest here and put us on here every week. At Apollos, we're starting our new segment. What's going on in the Gayborhood as far as events? An event's going on this week at Apollos right now. Monday nights we have 2-for-1. You call it 10 a.m. to close, and you can watch us there. As well as at 9:30 they have Naughty or Nice Bingo with Nevaeh and Clayton,
Which is tonight.
Yes. Tuesday nights, they have happy hour from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 250 Well and Domestic Teeny Tuesdays, 2-for-1. You call it martinis all day and night.
Martini sounds really good right now.
Doesn't it, though?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So we should go have some.
And then Wednesday, they have happy hour all day and night. I love happy hour.
Happy hour is good.
Happy hour
You
is
like
good,
happy hour bar?
Ooh,
Afeelya?
Girl. That wine's kicking in. She almost
I
called
didn't
you.
hear what she said.
I didn't say anything.
You ever me, Barbara?
Yes.
I said,
What
did
part
you
of me look like a Barbara?
like happy hour?
I would like it.
That was funny too. She's like, but
Right.
I think happy hour is a very good thing after a hard day at the salon.
Mm-hmm.
It lets you unwind.
She's already texting to this guy. She's
Derek,
already texting.
Derek, look out, because
Grinder.
Get off Grinder.
You forgot to ask him his Grinder account.
So
man.
this Friday at Apollos, they have Cowboy Dance Night. So go ahead and join them at 9 o'clock. And
I was there this past Friday. It was actually really cool. It was fun. It's different for Apollos, which is a good thing. Not necessarily a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing, but Apollos, it was a really fun night being there.
It's a 2-for-1 well and domestic drinks and no cover at 9 o'clock. So go ahead and join us. I think I might. I'll be in California.
Apollos transforms into like a dance bar. and it's really cool. They take out all the tables, all the chairs, and it turns into a dance floor.
Friday
and
night?
It's really busy.
Yeah, Friday nights they have a different theme, so we will every week we will talk about that. So
Saturday they have Red Cup Beer Bust from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. They have happy hour from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and karaoke at 9 p.m.
really,
Yes.
you totally lost me on that. Could you be a little bit more enthusiastic with this, please?
Yes.
And don't forget, every Sunday night at 9:30, it is the Greek God Review with a hot, sexy men taking off their clothes and dancing for
And
you.
just show you. Just show you. Actually, we have him over there.
Yeah, look at
Look at those.
I don't think
Which one you like?
Those are not the dancers there.
But which one would you
Some
pick
of
from
them.
there?
So, yeah, those are not all the dancers.
I like the tattoos.
I like the one that's in the towel. That one.
They're all in
The last
towels.
one?
Exactly.
Just that one.
So if you want to go ahead and start off with our other sponsor.
Yes, our next sponsor is Zone Nightclub, ladies and gentlemen.
Give it up for Zone Nightclub.
Yes. Oh,
Thank you, Zone, for sponsoring our
yes.
show.
They are open. They have happy hour Monday through Friday every day. Every day, 5 to 9. Open mic night is on Mondays, where there is 2-for-1s, 9 to close. Open mic night, I hear, is really well over there.
Yeah, they have a really big turnout.
So I have to go because I think maybe I can sing some Selenas for them.
I think you should stick to lip syncing.
Lip syncing?
I'm just saying.
Whatever. And then
Diamond might be
Tuesday
able to
from
pull it
9
off.
No.
You don't need Selena songs?
Huh?
Any Selena songs?
Do I?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Which one?
Because I'm dreaming of you.
Yes, she does.
That's the only English one I know.
What about Bitty Bitty Bam Bam?
What about her?
You know that song too.
That's all I know is those 2 words.
Bitty bitty bamba.
Or como la flor.
Como la flor.
Come on the floor.
Come on the floor.
No.
Oh, I'm glad
Somebody
you got
was telling me
that.
something
I'm glad
like
you got that. Thank you. Okay, back to Zone Nightclub every Tuesday night from 9 to close. There is 2 for Tuesday. So it's like kind of like 2 for Tuesday.
2 for Tuesday.
Every Wednesday night is karaoke from 9 to close. There's 2. What's PBR?
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Is that what it is?
You've never had Pabst Blue Ribbon?
No.
It's very delicious.
Okay, it's
an
$2
acquired
PBR,
taste, though.
$4 absolute.
It's an
and
acquired
Stoli.
taste, though.
It's karaoke
Eric,
Wednesday night, and every Thursday night is Thursdays. It's 275 pictures of domestic only, and Friday nights there's always something going on there. It is a this Friday night you can go ahead and find Tina and Getty band performing from 6:30 to 8:30 with hors d'oeuvres, and then also hosted a drag show with Sonia J at 9:30 to 11. So make sure you visit our friends there at Zone.
I felt like Blue's Clues there for a second.
You, of all people, would say that.
Well, what does it matter? Are you judging me for saying that? Are you a
Yes.
judger?
I am a judger.
Well, you should start judging yourself.
I am. And right now, we're going to go ahead and talk about our other sponsor is Newtown Saloon.
Newtown Saloon.
Located at 5002 East Van Buren in Phoenix, Arizona.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Newtown first had their bar, but it had burnt down, correct? And then they just reopened?
It partially burned.
Okay.
And they just celebrated the 42nd anniversary. They're the longest
cool.
gay bar here in Phoenix, Arizona.
The official longest?
They were open in 1971. Has opened 7 days a week year round, except for when they burned down in 2010.
Oh.
Newtown Saloon was first a lesbian bar back in the 60s.
Back in the
Lesbians?
60s?
In the 60s? Lesbians?
There was lesbians back in the day. Honey.
I know there was lesbians back in the day, but I didn't think that they were that open about it. I thought lesbians kind of came in like the 70s.
After the gays.
Yeah, after the gays.
No, they were the bis first. Those were the ones that came out first, right? And then the gays or something like that.
The bites came out
The
first.
bis came out first or something. Everybody started having
Maybe in
threesomes.
Mexico the bites came out first. I don't know. I just think when you're gay, you're gay. I don't know.
Exactly.
Were you bisexual when you first came out?
No, girl. I've always been a girl. Always.
Well, clearly Afeelya has been too.
I'm totally shocked. I don't know how to respond to that. Anyways, Newtown Saloon is proud to be is known to be a mixed bar mixed with gay, lesbian, transgender, straights, and bis of all ages and ethnicity.
Right.
I just
That's
want
a
to
big
comment
word.
something, not to intervene, but Eric, we have a post on Q Talk chat saying, Pabst Blue Ribbon. Enjoy it. Thank you.
Is that a hipster?
I don't know, but someone likes it, so just deal with it. Keep going.
All right.
going.
Make sure you join us at Newtown every Thursday night for crazy karaoke starting at 9 p.m. And every Friday night with Mike and Bill is pool tournaments where you can win some cash and great drink specials from 9 o'clock, starting at 9 o'clock. And every Sunday is what? It is Beer Bus night.
I heard beer bus nights at Newtown's pretty crazy.
It is $1 Bud Light from 2 to 2. Oh my gosh, you guys, you should go to
My
Newtown.
best friend Ryan goes to Newtown on Sundays, and he's been trying to get me there, but I haven't had the time yet.
Bryce,
He ends up a hot mess, and I get the drunk text.
You know, one thing I love about Newtown. Newtown was my first bar that when I moved down here, and Daddy Ron and his staff has always been so nice. I'm gonna give you a little plug there, Daddy Ron. They always have the best theme parties, and when they do the Pride Parade, they always have, for my opinion, one of the best Pride floats out there.
Yeah, they go crazy with their Pride float, don't they?
So big shout out to Daddy Ron and the staff over at Newtown. Make sure you go out there and visit them. We have the ads on our screen. Visit them, and you can also find them on Facebook under Newtown Saloon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for our sponsor, Zone Nightclub, and there's also Newtown Saloon and Apollo's, where you can see them every day of the week. Thank you.
What do you guys? Oh, you're leaving to go to LA this weekend.
I am going to LA. I'm so excited because and I originally wanted to go to Pride, but I'm going to hang out with my brother instead. I haven't seen him over a year.
So what are you guys doing this weekend?
I'm gonna go to the gala.
The
I'm
gala.
gonna go to
the
the
Pride
gala.
Gala's this
Yeah.
weekend. I
Oh,
thought
that
it was
this
on
weekend?
Sunday.
It'll be Saturday.
Yeah,
It's Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't invited this time, so I don't know.
So what? Do you have? I mean, I've only heard about the Pride Gala. I don't really know how the whole thing works. Do you have to get invited, or do you?
No, you
can
buy
anybody-
tickets.
You can buy tickets, but I believe it's like if you were in the parade, or you were something to do with Pride. I believe that year, I think. But we usually go through Karamba, through our float and stuff like that. So.
Well, basically, the bar buys a table for almost so much money, and then he invites all his
So
friends.
what is the Pride Gala about?
Well, they basically recognize people that did something, for the community.
They recognize
and stuff like that.
different organizations, individuals, and throughout the year, they get awards. Also, the floats and stuff get their awards. The Mr. and Mrs. Prize get their
award.
community awards, which we have gotten before. Diamond and I have been formers, and there's other different awards that they have.
We'll get you some.
Mm-hmm.
I might be there. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, well, you have to go to the Pride. No, joking. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and meet our in-house guests right now. We have Diamond Dallas and Ruby Reynolds all the way from Karamba's Nightclub. Yeah, thank you for being so patient, ladies. I'm so excited to actually sit down and talk to you guys, because remember when we see each other, we're performing, having a couple of cocktails. And we really
or
don't...
maybe at an after party.
We won't talk about that.
I don't go to after parties. I have to be at work in the morning. You never saw me.
I'm just gonna tell you something. Don't ever go to an after party with a Diamond. Just don't.
Oh my gosh.
Just don't.
Now I'm gonna be the guilty
Just
one.
don't. I'm just saying.
The last time we were at an after party, she was a very nice hostess. Passing around the bottle of vodka.
There you go.
Somebody gave me that bottle,
And
I was scared.
I'll tell you the
because
truth.
that
She
bottle-
stole it from Karamba. We were walking out.
She was like, sip, sip, pass. Take some. And people were like, no. She's like, give me some. Yes. She was quite the hostess. It wasn't even her house. To be honest with you, I don't even know whose house it was. But
actually, you were there before me. You were calling me. Are you coming? Are you coming? You were already there.
So you were the hostess.
You were the hostess. You finished half of the bottle, and when I got there, I'm like, what happened to this bottle?
You are exaggerating, 'cause I didn't drink at the house because I was already drunk when I leave the Karambas with you guys. I was there.
You
But it
come
was fun,
across so innocent,
No,
but
because-
you are just down and
No,
dirty.
to be honest with you, they were like, hey, come to the after party. I'm like, okay, I'll go hang out with you guys. And I jump into the car with this girl. I have no idea who she was. She threw on Jenny Rivera, and she's all singing and singing. She said, I hope you don't mind. I said, This is your car. I don't care what you do. As long as I didn't know where we were going. We were on 75th Avenue, and I had a text because I kept missing, and people were like, "Why are you in the car with a stranger?" I'm like, we're actually following people, so I'm fine. So it was good. And I got home safely at 5, 6 in the morning.
No.
Do you have to work that day?
No, I was off. That's why I hung out with you guys. Well, I didn't know it was I didn't know it was in Avondale or whatever, but it was.
But it was fun.
It was what I can remember.
On that note, let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Let's go ahead and talk. If you have any questions for our guest, Ruby Reynolds or Diamond Dallas, 888-791-9294 is our phone number. Please call in anytime.
Or join the chat room and ask your questions on the chat room.
Yes, because Bryce is looking at that. So let's go ahead and find out a little bit more about these girls. Exactly, where are you ladies from exactly?
I am from here. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm from South Phoenix.
Okay, South Phoenix.
Girl, South side.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Cesar Chavez High School.
Oh.
Yep.
Is that by the Cesar Chavez Park?
Yeah.
Did you hang out at the park all the time?
Like Mi Vida Loca, girl. We're right next door.
Is that where you got your virginity taken?
Shh. Yes.
So,
I'm just kidding,
what year did you graduate?
Who said she graduated?
I was supposed to graduate. No. In 04.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how old are you?
26.
You don't ask the lady how
I
old
know,
she is.
I lie about it all the time, so I always say I turn 21 every year. Every year I'm 21.
I'm 26 and I don't care. I sometimes forget how old I am. I'm like, I think I'm 26.
Bitch, how can you forget? Everybody keeps telling you how old you are.
Everyone thinks I'm a lot younger than I really am.
Keep drinking.
Sorry about it.
Yeah. And
What
where are
about
you
you,
from,
Diamond?
I'm from Mexico. I was born in Colima. That's actually the second smallest state in the whole country and the most safe because it's small, so they keep us together there.
So your whole family runs this?
My whole family, my dad's family, it's they all live here, and my mom's family, they live there. So we've been traveling back and forth since I was little, and then when I turned 16, I think that's when I just decided to stay here because it was crazy going to school there, going to school here, in there. If I was in 5th grade here, they put me like in 3rd grade there. Oh. So it was always like really crazy.
Education's different.
So I was like, I'm just going to stay at one place because I was just going through the same thing at school. So I'm like, I'm just going to stay here. And I've been here since I was 17 permanently.
Mm-hmm. So when did you come out?
I actually came out a couple of years ago to my parents.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking because I thought that nobody knew. I thought it was a secret because my parents are very...
Have you met you?
Well, the thing is that my parents are very religious. So I never wanted to, in a way, kind of like disappoint them. Mm-hmm. And then, so I was just thinking, just as soon as they're there, they're happy, they know that I'm good, they don't have to know my business. But apparently they knew my business.
They have Facebook?
Parents aren't dumb. Parents aren't dumb.
Well, you know
they know
mom now.
Well, when they came, I was about to turn 30, actually. And then I was thinking, I don't want to live another 30 years old alive with them. I have to tell them, and if they like it, good. And if they don't, I don't care. They have their life. They already did what they wanted to do, and they have to...
So they were obviously very accepting of it?
They were like, oh, bitch, we knew that.
I think everybody... What about you? Was your family the same way?
Yeah, they're very much the same way. But like with hers, mine's kind of opposite. Like my family, they believe in, God and everything like that. But they're more like, I wouldn't say roughneck, but like Mexicans, like from here. So
like straight up cholas from the south side?
Well, not like that, but
Did your daddy have a lowrider?
A yellow truck.
So how old were you when you came out?
Well, you know what? The funny thing about it though is that when I was in grade school, I don't know if you guys know Oscar Extravaganza from the radio show. He had his own little morning segment. Well, we all went to high school with each other, so there was we had literally a gay class. So I'm not lying. Like all my friends, and they come to my shows now and everything. But so I knew. I mean, obviously forever, but I came out about young, like going in freshman year.
Do you remember how that came out? Like, how did you?
Well, they knew, and I had it on me, and like all my friends had already came out, and they were going shopping with her mom, and I was just trying to be butch and like, oh no, I'm looking like a lesbian. Oh looking like a lesbian. And finally, I literally had a panic attack one day because I needed to tell her. I had to tell her, and then when I like busted out crying, and I told her, she's like. Mm-hmm.
Was she making tortillas when she told her?
We were in the car. Driving, and I came out. She's like, I already knew.
And it's funny how you always think when is going to be the perfect time for me to tell my mom or my dad, and you just eating yourself inside, but they already know everything. They already know, and it's just like.
And I'm the same way because it's like, damn, I should have just told them years
That's what
ago.
I
wouldn't be stressing
That's
out.
what I was thinking. And my parents, they were always telling me, like, we're here if you want to tell us anything. And I'm like, I wonder why they're always saying those things. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't have nothing to tell you.
Right.
And they're always saying that. I think in their heart, they know that we are ready to tell them, but they want us.
Parents always know.
Yeah,
it's
right.
one of those things as kids they knew growing up because there's a difference when.
Oh, when you're walking around in your mom's high heels.
No, I'm not lying.
You were doing that? I never did that. No. I still don't do that. You did? You walk around in your mom's high heels? And you're straight? Oh. Well, all right now. So, when did you start doing drag, people?
I
People.
started.
People.
Well, I originally started.
Eric started when he was a lot younger,
When he was
apparently.
Do you tuck? I'm just joking. Go ahead. He said tuck, Dave. You want to talk about that? You want about you tucking?
Only if she's into it.
I am.
Well, let's see. I started at Forbidden. I've been at Karamba. I just celebrated my 3rd anniversary.
Uh-huh.
And then prior to that, I started at Forbidden, and I was there for 2 years before I, crossed over to Karamba. So I want to say that's about right. Like about 4 or 5 years now. So.
Wow. And you?
Oh my gosh, I started. I think that was after I graduated from high school. So I went to Mexico that summer, and then in there, my friends, my neighbors, and everything, they were like, "Oh, there's gonna be this beauty pageant, and all that stuff." So I entered, and I won that state title when I was like 18 or something. So I went there, and then after that, I came back, and then I was doing the whole Sarapa thing back in the day with Suzanne and stuff like that, and that's how I got enrolled doing the drag thing here.
So let me ask you, Mexico isn't very gay friendly, are they?
Well, they said that it's changing, but I don't think.
I have a friend that is from, I forgot where he's from specifically, but he's from Mexico, and he was telling me that like when he goes there, he butches it up a lot because there's a lot of people that are like.
I think it just depends of how you've been raised, like if they teach you that it's okay to be gay or whatever, or if they teach you like, oh my God, you're gonna go to hell or whatever. I think that's if you're hanging with the wrong crowd and stuff like that, maybe you're gonna get hate. But if you're like, I don't know, with like open-minded people, maybe you're gonna be okay there.
Yeah.
So being that you're transitioning, are you transitioning?
Yeah, step by step.
Okay.
So am I.
Have you told your family that you are transitioning or no?
I told my dad 2 years ago when he came to see me, and he came to do some he came to see my other part of my family. And then I think we were having dinner, and I just knew that I had to just tell him and get it over with. So I remember I was not able to eat my food, and I told him that I needed to talk to him. So we went outside, and then I just told him, and he says, whatever you do or whatever, I mean, it doesn't matter what makes you happy, but I just want to let you know that you are part of me. You're my blood, and it doesn't matter. You're always going to be loved, and you're always going to be part of us. And that's when I felt like, oh my gosh, I waited so long.
I remember when she did that.
I was like, oh my gosh, it's such a relief, and you really feel like free. You feel like you're really accepted in your family, and you feel like nothing else matters.
Very cool.
Like nothing matters. It's just
cool.
that. Mm-hmm.
I feel like nowadays, because drag has become such a hot commodity, that there's a lot of these little boogers that walk around that think, and I say that because I think I have the right to, but there's a lot of girls that throw on, some princess hair and some, 99-cent heels from somewhere and think that they want to be a woman, but they've not really evaluated if that's what they want to do. They just think because it's such a commodity right now that, I'm going to be
I'm going to do it. Yeah.
and I just, when it comes to a seasoned queen that makes that decision, I give full respect for that.
I think you just gotta feel comfortable, and you gotta feel secure on what you want to do and your decisions, because otherwise you're gonna just come out wrong.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
So what do you think, Afeelya?
I think that's beautiful.
And you're part of the transition too, right?
I am not transitioning. No, I respect everybody who's happy with themselves. But the question I have: has any of y'all ever had any work done?
I have gotten my lips done. Obviously, Afeelya. I was trying to
Why you ask? Tell me. I didn't give it to you.
I'm over here trying to like half lip it. I'm like.
Bitch, your lips are on the black thing.
I'm
over
like,
here,
yeah.
ready to get off of it.
And no, I haven't.
No, you haven't.
Not yet.
Not yet. So what is your plans then? Can we talk about that or no?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get like if I'm going to do the transition, I'm gonna get breast and I'm gonna get a jugular booty. And
You're gonna pay
You're
for
gonna get butt implants?
what's that?
You're gonna get butt implants?
Maybe.
I think you have a nice butt.
Yeah.
She has pads on.
Well, I
please.
don't. I don't have anything.
I'm just
right
kidding.
now, but
That's why it's a loose top. Right?
I think that for me, if I ever want to do that, I want to look like a girl. I don't want to made up like a fake Barbie doll because I don't want to look fake. I want to look like as close as a girl.
So you would get rid of your friend?
No. The furnace is gonna stay.
The jewel's gonna
nobody
stay,
has to know that business over there.
And nowadays a lot of people are into that. I've just heard. There's a lot of tranny chasers.
Well, I think that if you, I don't know, I respect the people that want to chop it up, but I think that if you like cut that, it's not gonna be the same. I think.
Right, because you've grown up with it. You've been your friend for
then I don't
many
think you're
years.
gonna-
I don't think.
You
And
guys
then
been
I
hand in
think
hand for a long time.
somebody's sweating. Over here.
No, he's heard it all. Trust me. He's so used to this right here.
I actually read some on the internet about it this week.
Yeah.
About her
What was
chopping it off?
Well, no, I mean just about fully transitioning and everything. I was just curious. I looked up some stuff.
What did you hear?
Yeah.
What did you
you
learn?
read? What did you learn exactly?
What do you mean? I mean just how it was done.
And
Like the sex
Well, I mean-
operation you're talking about, or you're
Yeah.
talking about the transition?
It wasn't like I had what's that book? Grey's Anatomy out. But yeah, learn about how they can fashion a clitoris.
I think it's a very
Things like
painful.
It seems
surgery,
it.
yeah.
It seems it.
And then,
I mean to go from being a man to a woman.
and I guess in some countries they like they put like a metal stick in there that with that your skin kind of like grows.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's painful.
Oh
And they
my
have to
God.
clean it and stuff. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but that's what
it's
right.
from what just from the little I've read. Yeah, it's
I'm like, oh my gosh.
part of reconstructing a clitoris that
I
can
think
still
I'm
be
gonna-
sensitive.
I'm going to keep my penis.
so Pepe is in the chat room right now. I'm thinking you guys know who that is. And
Pepe.
Pepe quoted, "I remember when I met Diamond for the first time at Paco Paco's years back.
Oh my gosh.
Then I met her as a boy when I worked at a fabric store, and I love working with her since."
Well, thank you, Pepe.
And then he also commented on Ruby. "I met her when she started at Karamba's. Always really nice and great to work with as well."
Thank you.
Oh, you must have caught her on a good day.
Whatever. I'm always nice.
Every time you go to Karamba, she's like, girl, come have a shot. No, bitch. No. And yes, bitch.
I have been to both their shows. There are good times.
Yeah, they are good times. Even afterwards, they're good.
Too good.
Exactly. So you have titles. I mean, both of you guys have titles? No? No? What titles do you want to get?
Honestly, and that's so funny because I said that I never wanted to do pageants. I did, a couple of them, and I don't think I was ready to do them. But now seeing them, seeing that, she won, you won, and
It's whenever you feel comfortable that you're ready. That's what you're gonna do.
And I finally do feel like I'm ready. And I hosted Miss Karamba. This is going to be my third time doing it this year. And I actually was like, wow, like I'm, seeing them go through the process, and I'm planning on it this year. I don't know when, I don't know which one, I don't know what system, but it's itching me and I want to do it.
I always feel that when it comes from an entertainer standpoint, when they start contemplating entering a pageant, that they do their footwork first and figure out if this is what they really want to do. 1, 2, you got to experience once just to figure out if this is really what you want to do. You can't really give an opinion
Just
until you've
remember
done
when
it.
you do it, make sure you are financially ready.
Right.
Yes, that's a big thing. Make sure you're financially
And make sure
ready.
you're going to go with some good shit, not just stuff that you find in the closet.
And reach out to people that have done it.
And that's the thing, though. And I think that when I first started, started looking at it, I wasn't ready to do it.
Right.
To be honest.
Well,
And
you
now,
always know when you're ready.
yeah.
So.
And so now, like I said, I'm having a little itch, but I'm not gonna jump into it tomorrow and just do it,
Right.
But I'm interested, and I will be doing it this
So
year.
do you ever
sometime.
want to be Miss Pride?
You know, that's one of the big ones that I think I like the most out of most of the systems here, and I think that I would.
Yeah, I think. I mean, what I've seen of you, you're community friendly, and I'm sure you probably can do more. Anybody else can, but I mean, I think you should go. That should be your first start right there.
Yeah,
that should always be your first. So, how did you like being Miss Pride?
I was actually only performing at Karambas in a few places here and there. That was back in 2010, 9. I think the pageant was in 2009.
Olivia was 10, and who was 11?
Actually, no, it was 2010.
It was 2010.
I was 8.
You were.
I was 8.
8.
Who was 10? Who was 9?
We won't talk about that.
You always say that too. Every time they ask you that, you always say that.
I know. So then 2010 was you.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I was working at Karambas at that time, and I was just doing my regular shows and everything like that. I was not interested in pageants at all. And then actually Kiki is the one that asked me if I wanted to compete for Miss Amsterdam at that time. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think I'm a pageant girl. I mean, I was so busy with work and other stuff. But you
have done pageants in the Mexican...
Right.
In the Mexican, yeah. And then at... in our community, in the Latino community, we have like beauty pageants and stuff like that.
But it's
so
different.
I did it for like 10 years, and I was like, I learned, and I think I just want to stick with my show. I want to concentrate at work and my other stuff that I was doing at the time. So she's like, I think you should do it. Just give it a try, and it's gonna be different and stuff like that. And my main concern back then, it was my English, because it's not my first language, and I was always like thinking that somebody was gonna make fun of me when I was like trying my hardest. So she's like, nobody's gonna care for that and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it. So I did Miss Amsterdam that time, and then I won. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I won. Now I'm gonna have to compete for Pride. So I was like kind of like scared and happy at the same time. So then I did my Pride thing, and I won.
Mm-hmm.
And I was afraid again, and I was happy at the same time. And I actually didn't want to tell anybody, because I didn't know what I was going against to. I knew it was a huge pageant and everything like that, but I didn't know how that was going to change my whole drag career.
And it has.
And it did. It really
winning
did.
Miss Gay Pride and running for the pageant system kind of branched you out of Karambas?
It really opened a lot of doors for me, and I think it really opened a lot of doors for a lot of girls in my community, and that was one of my goals when I compete for Pride. I thought there's so many talented Latina performers that they're behind the curtains, and I think that it was such a waste of talent.
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up, because I feel like there's Karambas. I mean, it's kind of like an unspoken, like, what's the word? Community.
It really is.
It's like its own community in Arizona, and no one really goes into it unless there's a specific reason. But you never hear of anyone coming out of it either, like Adriana Galeanos, who won Miss US of A newcomer.
Well, and that's what I was going to say next, because you and Tyra and Sasha and Ruby have been credited of opening that door.
Gracia
now too, but has opened the door for all these new Latinas to come out and experience what
I think
you
it's
guys
about
have.
time, though, because I feel like there's so much hidden talent there that I'm like, keep coming.
I've met her years ago, and when I first met her, she was like, I said, get on the microphone. And she's like, no. She said, I
was very comfortable on the microphone when it was in my native tongue. But with me being in the microphone, trying to make jokes and trying to make...
It was different.
It's so hard, because you have to think, like in my case, I have to think in my first language, and then I have to translate everything like in matters of seconds, and then I have to try to pull it together. I was like, I don't want to be on the microphone, but she was always pushing me to do it.
And she was like, I'm sorry about my language. No. I was like, don't ever apologize for who you are.
Yeah.
Just go. I don't care if you speak Spanglish.
Yeah.
I said,
and that's what I was speaking.
That's exactly what she was doing.
Speaking.
And she does that, and you kill it on the microphone. Let me tell you, I've laughed so hard. Not laughing at you, but laughing with you, because you're clitoris, whatever.
Her ovaries, her clitoris. And she's pregnant one day.
Everything. I'm just like,
I was just thinking, you know what? If I cannot help the way that I talk or the way that I'm gonna translate my words, then I'm just gonna make fun of my own self. you know,
And just
because
use
at the
that.
end of the day, that's what I'm gonna use to make it better.
Well, Shawnee on Q Talk chat system right now has asked the question, Diamond and Ruby, why is there so much shade when a drag queen does pageants? I don't understand, because I know other drag queens don't like other queens that do pageants. I don't think that.
Well, I don't think there's shade. I think it just depends of how you take things. I think that if you know that who you are, if you know that you're good, and if you're ready and everything, it shouldn't matter what the other people think.
I think any drag queen professionally, I know there's a hysteria
Well, you gotta
about drag pageants. I think it's one of those things that and I didn't believe it until, you know, the past couple of years, but like I think drag pageants, in a sense, when you run for a drag pageant, that's just a confidence in you as an entertainer and how serious you want to take your career, because look at what it did for you. And look at what it can do for other people, because
and you have to be a little bit competitive, because if you're not competitive, then you're not hunger, or you don't have that hunger to win that crown, and then it doesn't
test you as far as your entertainment
but you have to
ability.
be professional. It doesn't have to be like
Catty.
shady
Catty, right.
or catty. So I think it just depends. Like maybe if you feel that, maybe it's because there's a history between you and the person that it's
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was because I
because
remember
it shouldn't be a history, or it shouldn't be any negativity if you don't have, you know.
And it's just certain individuals, you know what I mean? And I mean, I remember when I entered a pageant, I think you were hosting it, and it was my first time. I was like shaking in my boots, and you were so nice. Like, you were helping. You're like, "Are you okay?" You're fixing my tie. Remember, I was like going crazy.
Yeah.
It's just certain individuals, and you know what? They're always gonna be there. But you know, if you choose to follow
You just have
them,
to set yourself like.
If you have any questions for Diamond or Ruby, please call 888-791-9294, or also join us in the chat room. They are here for the rest of the show, and we have plenty of questions to ask them. And a little later on, we're going to go ahead and talk a little craziness with them. So,
Perfect.
So be ready, be prepared. Apollos, once again, thank you so much for hosting our viewing party over there. If you have any questions, chime in. We will call you guys in a little bit to get a little bit one-on-one with you guys over there. Thank you to all our sponsors, Newtown Saloon, Zone Nightclub, and Apollos again for sponsoring our shows this week. We still have a lot more questions. This is Ruby Reynolds and Diamond Dallas. Question I have for you is RuPaul Drag Race. Do you watch it?
Love it.
Love it. Would you ever be on it?
I don't know how to sew, but if I
Well,
mean,
see, I think a lot of girls don't know how to do that. Look at Jiggly Caliente.
Yeah.
She put a trash bag together.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would. Would you be?
I didn't watch this last one, but I watched the previous ones. I don't know. It's a lot of traveling and stuff like that. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
I'm a more reserved kind of.
You like being in your own hometown.
I want to be like I'm more reserved. I don't like to travel a lot. I don't like to do
You don't like being in a new
crazy
environment.
stuff, and I'm not like. I
Now
don't know.
you guys both have worked with a couple of former RuPaul Drag Race.
I met a
girls.
lot of them, and then I
Mhm.
went to Nina's
Nina's
show
show in Denver.
Colorado, and
Uh-huh.
she was really, really nice, really sweet. And then I worked that night. She had other performers from her season, and it was really nice. They were all like, they knew you from many, many years. They were not catty. They were not stuck up or anything. They were really nice and friendly. So far, all the ones that I have met, they're really nice.
Very nice, very humble. I mean, when they come to Karamba, like we had Venus Delight, we had Jessica Wilde, Nina Flowers, and they're
Chanel.
all Chanel.
And they're all really nice.
And the funny thing is, for the Pride pageant, they were hosting. Remember?
Yeah.
And they came to Karambas afterwards, and they hung out with us in the VIP. They were drinking with us, and just very, very nice.
Very cool.
Very normal. Yeah.
Yeah, some girls
They
are.
they don't feel. Yeah, but you know, some of them
Yeah, once
they
you
did
get that TV
in a
fame,
McDonald's
yeah.
commercial, and they already think they need a limousine and stuff like that, and they're really like.
See,
not
that's
like that.
interesting that you brought that up, because we had a conversation a few back. I don't know if we even covered it the last show we had, but I feel like, I mean, I love the show. I love this past season just because I knew a lot of the people that were in it personally out of the show. And I feel like because RuPaul has become the show itself has become so big that I think it's a little unfortunate. There's a lot of like queens that enter this show and they go, oh my God, I'm on the show. And they get out of the show and they think automatically, oh, I can charge $2,500 for an appearance fee.
And they don't
What
even
are-
give a $2,500 performance. That's what I don't understand.
Exactly. Like, you're going to charge
maybe they're not getting-
businesses, and they're
Yeah.
actually hurting themselves in a way because you
Yeah.
could be doing that much more if you lowered your price.
They're not getting booked, yeah.
Like there's national. I mean, I've worked with a lot of national pageant title holders and that have come into Arizona, and they don't charge anywhere near that price range.
But that's why they're not getting booked.
exactly.
That's why nobody sees them anymore.
Pepe has just posted, Ruby at times reminds me of Roxy Andrews. Fierce.
Well, that's funny, and I love her. I really do.
I love her to death.
And the thing about it is that I followed her before she even got on there. So I would always try to, little tweaks of her. I love. Thank you. That's a very good compliment. I like her a lot. So
now you do delusion. I mean, sorry, illusion.
Oh, all right. She's trying to come from that.
Illusions. What? Wait. Yeah. Let's cover that. Do you guys do illusions?
She does a lot of impersonations. Yeah,
You do Jenny
I do some. I don't do a lot. I do some, but she does a lot more of them, and that's the funny thing.
I just feel
too.
more comfortable doing that because that's the way that I was taught,
and that's the way.
So for me, that's like ever since I was learned to
who
do my
do you
makeup
do?
and everything. Most of them are like
Latin
artists.
artists. Mm-hmm.
But I used to do when I first started doing drag shows here. I used to do Britney Spears. I used to do what else? Talia. I don't know if you're familiar with her. She's a Mexican singer.
They're like icons, but in the
In the Latin
community.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is a question I have
Shakira.
for you. Why? Because why do you guys always have a tribute? When somebody is dead, you guys have a tribute. Like,
This is the tribute.
No,
camera.
it's not
the
me.
tribute queen. I'm asking you because I swear to God, every time I open the Facebook, tribute to Michael Jackson or Donna Summers or somebody who died.
But you know what? They're not the only people that do it because there's other bars that are out there that, I mean, when Whitney Houston died, how many bars were doing Whitney Houston tributes?
Okay, but
Because
I'm
you gotta
talking
think
about
business. You gotta think
But I'm
business.
talking about
From a bar business owner,
That's what you have to
Exactly.
do.
But I'll tell you what, and I tell her because they do like for instance, I have the Michael Jackson tribute on my night, and usually I do the tributes.
Are you dressing like Michael Jackson?
No. See, that's the thing. No, I'm all my guests that are coming. So what I like to do is like I'll have them do some Michael or some covers of Michael, and then we'll mix it up with other things. But our boss actually comes up with it, like, and John Martinez does the assignments for us, and then he assigns them to us, and. At first, I was kind of like, what the hell? I cannot do Michael Jackson, obviously.
Are there girl covers of Michael Jackson songs?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, to mix it up.
We have Gene Moore calling from Apollo's right now.
Giving us the live
Giving us
feed.
Skype interviews.
Don't forget, official viewing party at Apollo's and also the official viewing party for RuPaul Drag Race.
Hello, Jane.
Hello. Guys, you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
We hear you.
We can hear you.
See?
Yes, can we say hi, Ryan?
Hi. Are you guys drinking already?
I want to know if you're drinking already.
How many shots have you had already?
Apparently, he can't even put his earpiece in.
Save some liquor for us. We'll be there soon.
Oh, you can hear us now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, they can hear us.
Hey, Gene, turn your hearing aid up, bitch.
I said, how many shots have you had already?
No, not. I got things to do. I'm on a new carb diet, so.
So let's go ahead and ask Ron and Gene, are there any listeners over there that want to ask any truth be told questions as we go into our next segment?
Right now, I'll be honest, I don't know if anyone's here willing to ask any questions. There's people here watching it, but they're all kind of in tune with it.
Yeah.
Nice.
People are busy drinking.
Well, good. 2 for 1 cocktails, you call it, over there at Apollo's with Kyle. And thank you once again to Ron and Lee for having a viewing party over there. Thank you to Gene Moore for being our official correspondent right now. So any questions we have for Ruby or Diamond?
None here.
How about from you?
How about from you? Yeah.
No, I don't have any questions.
You guys look great, though.
You guys are doing great, though.
Thank you. I have my Nini wig on today. Just saying.
And her Nini lips.
Just for you.
So nasty. All right. Well, if you decide, if you get anybody who wants to ask the questions, why don't you give us a call at the 888-791-9294. Thank you again for showing our show. We appreciate it. We'll be over in a little bit to have a cocktail with you guys.
That sounds good. Mike's here from BS.
Hey,
so
why don't you give us the view of the bar? Don't be stingy. We don't want to. Yeah, we see the. Hi, everybody at Apollo's.
Hello.
They're drinking.
They are drinking.
Oh, I keep forgetting it's
Save me
late.
some popcorn too.
Oh, they're on delay.
They're on delay, so we're just hearing that.
Oh.
I think I saw nobody raise their hand high.
They're on delay.
Yeah,
so
we just caught that. Yeah. Wait, who's it? Is my boyfriend over there still?
No, he just left.
Oh, did you get my number? Who's that guy right there? Let's say hi to him.
That's
Gene.
me. Oh, this here. Hold on.
Gene.
Here. Turn around. Say hi to the people on the TV. What's your name?
Hi.
What's your name? Jason. His name is Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Listen to his voice.
Hey, Jason.
Well, we can't. We're on a little delay over there, but thank you so much over there, guys. Enjoy the popcorn and the cocktail. Thank you for watching the show. We'll chat with you in a little bit, Gene.
I can't hear what you just said.
Okay, yes, he said something.
Love you.
Bye.
Yeah, it's Dylan now.
Okay.
Wow, that was a little delayed. But it's all right. At least we got some people there. It'll get busier. We appreciate it to keep watching over there. Yeah, so
So now we're gonna start our next segment
before
officially.
we start our next segment, we want to go ahead and announce. Don't forget, we have a Zone Bar at 4301 North 7th Avenue here in Phoenix, Arizona, who's one of our sponsors, and also Newtown Saloon at 5002 East Van Buren. And Apollo's 5701 North 7th
Apollo's
Street
address. That's what I was
in
like.
Phoenix. Thank you so much for being our sponsors for today's show.
Apollo's is located off Bethany Home and 7th Street. If you just get those cross streets and
You're
you
good.
go,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
5701 North.
I don't know their
7th
exact
Street.
address, but yes.
I think we might need a new co-host. Anybody available to?
How rude.
So here is the fun part, we guys. What we call Truth Be Told.
Bum, bum, bum. Where's the drama?
Oh my gosh.
Truth be told.
Now here's where it gets a little crazy,
Cray
a little.
cray.
It might get a little sexual up in here. So if you're not prepared and you're not prepared to hear the answers, please turn off your.
Take the kids out of the room.
Because this will get real nasty.
And if you're a Bible thumper, you might want to leave. We might get a little.
Do we have Bible thumpers?
I would think so.
How awesome would that be?
We
Somebody
do
from
have
Utah.
gay churches. We do have gay churches.
Oh, we do. But I'm talking about someone from Utah who accidentally just
Stumbled across.
I'm like, oh, this sounds real fun. There's two feminine.
We are on iTunes, so you know it is possible.
And on YouTube.
Kids get curious. Type in podcast things.
Dick
and-
Curious.
I said curious.
Oh, I'm like, what's Dick Curious? I'm like, that's something new? Is that what the bisexuals are like? I'm Dick Curious.
girl.
I like to walk around and drag and find out who's Dick Curious up in here. If you're Dick Curious, please call 887919294. So we would like to know. We want to set up our girl. So who's single
So
here?
Eric, are you Dick Curious?
No, I'm pretty familiar with them. Mostly my own, but
So have you had some training when it comes to dick language?
okay. Now I think
Can
you throwing more shade.
No.
Did you just get distracted?
So what's this language?
Can you speak dick?
What the hell does that mean?
That's what I want to know.
Homos speak dick. We know the right language.
What do you mean? Go. I don't know what
A few shots of Patron, I can sing all the different types of language of dick.
I do notice that someone's got her ring on tonight. Someone may have gotten into trouble.
She might have got in trouble last week.
Uh-oh.
Why are you throwing shade?
Because you've been tossing it all. We were talking about it. You've been a little diva since you got back from Texas.
Well, hanging around with a lot of divas kind of puts you
Get you in the mood, in the diva mood.
Get you in the diva mood? I don't know nothing
Gotta put your
about
wall
that.
up. I'm gonna fight, bitches.
You're so ghetto. So we didn't ask. So are you both single?
I'm single.
I'm not single.
You're in engagement.
Mm-hmm.
It depends
I'm in
on
a
when it
relationship.
is.
4 years.
Oh,
4 years.
congratulations.
Wow.
Mhm.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Where did we find him?
He used to work with my cousin at school. My cousin, she works for Gilbert Schools, and they used to work together.
Nice.
So
what kind of guy does Ruby like? Let's hook Ruby up. Ruby needs a man. You don't need one, I'm sure.
No,
I'm sure you have plenty of crazy ones that Karamba's trying to knock on the back doors. We all know you're
She's single and ready to mingle. She needs a man.
No,
ready to mingle. Does that mean you just came out of a relationship?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm clean. I'm good. I don't do anything.
She giving us
I'm
no
clean.
Bitch, you're gonna be a rocker all of a sudden.
Well, in this segment, I mean, it is truth be told, so you have to tell the truth. So when we ask these questions, we all have to answer truthfully.
So come up with your question in your head.
And I will start off, and then Afeelya will go, and then Eric will go, and then
So we
you'll
all
be the
asking a
first one.
question?
So you ask a question and everybody answers.
Okay.
Everybody answers the question. So my first question will be, describe the sexiest clothes you've ever worn and why. The sexiest clothes I wear,
Why do you have to go now? Why can't you wait last like everybody else?
You
just want to tell your business.
The point is this. Sexy clothes I wear are probably jock straps.
He likes showing his ass.
Yours?
I don't have jock straps.
Do you wear women's pants? Are you wearing women's panties
I'm
right
not,
now?
You want to know?
She's wearing boxers right now.
I got my flowy dress on for a reason. Bitch, don't try to throw my shade on here. Look.
Okay, so Eric.
Well, I didn't answer you.
I answered it.
You answered my question?
No.
Oh, go ahead.
We're all
No,
supposed to
you're right.
answer the question.
Did I answer the question?
Yeah, you did. Boxers.
I didn't answer that.
Okay, so then answer the
Go
question.
ahead, Eric. Go
No,
ahead,
you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, go ahead. Just go.
I'm a straight guy, man. I don't have. There's nothing sexy.
You've had to have tried on some women's underwear at some
He
point.
had a skirt with a slit up to here.
Oh, that's right. When I was touring in a band, yeah, I did have that. It was a tight ass skirt too, with a slit up the side.
Do you have a cute butt, Eric?
I wish.
I don't know. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Let me powder my face.
She's sweating.
We want to make sure there's no shine when you show us your butt.
She doesn't want to blush, is the truth.
Do you have a cute butt?
No.
Do you think you don't? Had your little
He
girlfriend?
doesn't think, but somebody else has to
Right.
judge that.
So you stand
Someone
up and
else
turn
thinks
around.
so.
I ain't standing up.
Stand up and turn around.
I'll show you yours, or I'll show you mine if you show me
I'm
yours.
sure you would.
Now, do we really want our audience
That's
to see
why,
that? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, we're trying to fill up Apollos. They get one good look at me, man.
They're like, oh, I didn't know this was
Some
a Greek
people
God
like
reviews there.
Some people like token straight guys.
Fluffy ones,
I'm just
too.
a token.
You're
A token.
Well, you are. Like, I'm probably your token and drag entertainer. I don't know. I just want to say that.
So-
What about your sexy outfit, honey? Ruby?
The only one I can ever think of is, when I first started at Karamba, I got to host an event, Fiestas Patrias, and I thought I was cute because I was hosting it. So I got this lace dress made, see-through lace, and I wore a little. It was just like revealing. It was see-through. It was a little thong, and then I had like a corset to cover up the fluffiness in between. That's
So
it.
is it a
That's
sexy underwear or sexy outfit?
He
Well,
said
it's an
outfit.
well, it's an outfit. It was an outfit. Yeah, it was like all revealing, except for my tummy, my little tummy.
People like Fluffy. I see all the guys around you.
You're getting that from that comedian, huh?
No, because I've always said Fluffy because I'm a fluffy man.
Mm.
And then the
They're
comedian
into
came
it.
out.
There's
Gabriel
some-
Iglesias came out and said something about Fluffy. I'm like, bitch, I see that first.
So
wanna
what
touch
about
my
you,
fluff?
Diamond?
The sexiest thing I have worn, I think, I don't know, maybe like a lingerie or something. I think that's what the sexiest thing I have ever worn.
Why?
I don't know, because I just think lingerie is sexy. Don't
Lingerie
you think
is-
it's sexy?
Well, it depends on who has it on. I personally don't want to see some people, a bear
Well, yeah, it
in
depends,
some
yeah.
lingerie.
But it's like,
So I shouldn't put it on now?
You so nasty. You so nasty, bitch. If everybody wants to see Bryce in his lingerie, you can go to Bryce Matheson 2 at Facebook.
Okay, so your question.
My question is, who would you rather have sex with, President Obama or Justin Timberlake?
That's a stupid
Yeah,
question.
girl.
Yeah.
No, bitch. It's because some people like a lot of different things. I'm not down with chocolate, but I would do the president because he got some good ears on him.
Do you like to tug on ears?
If you remember, that was my Vin Diesel logic.
Mm-hmm. Some people like the
For
chocolate.
the record, I'd go with the president.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Justin.
Is it for that reason of you could
I'll
say
go with
I did the
Justin.
president?
If it ever came down to where you were intoxicated, would you bottom or top?
Top.
Okay.
Well, I'd have to start. I think top.
Until you loosen up.
Well, yeah, you can't expect a brother
You
to
can
just jump all in
like that.
You know.
So let's just say this: do you like a finger every now and then?
Did this suddenly is?
Can we ask that question later?
Well, he said he's got to get adjusted to it, so let me ask. Do you have to have a finger?
I don't have to have it, but it's been known to happen. What's so funny about that?
It
Grow
happens.
up, Bryce.
It happens. Trust me,
Let me
it
ask-
happens.
Shawnee wants to see your tush.
If you're meant to be a bear, shouldn't you have a little more hair sticking out of your little Burt Reynolds open shirt there?
You're really coming for me tonight, aren't you?
Well, you started it.
I didn't start anything.
Coming in with that little dyed beard and everything.
So Shawnee wants to see. I'm gonna kill you.
Dude, it goes gray on all of us. You can't help it. It's all right,
Ruby
man.
answer this question: Obama or Timberlake?
Timberlake all the way.
Why?
I don't know. That's just. I mean, I just think he's cute. Always have.
That's boring.
I don't think.
Would
Go
you
ahead
top
and
or
answer.
bottom?
Timberlake.
I don't know. With him, either way, he's just too hot.
Doesn't
You
matter.
It doesn't matter.
Like, bitch, toss me everywhere, bitch.
Imagine and in drag.
And don't pull the hair. Okay?
Girl, you glue it down.
Justin.
I don't think Justin Timberlake's attractive, and I don't think Obama's attractive, so I don't really have any of.
Well, if you have to pick one,
Yeah, you have to
I
pick
pick
one.
Justin.
I would have said Justin
Justin.
Timberlake. Although I do like older men, I still would have just picked Justin Timberlake because I don't think Obama's attractive.
He has authority.
I think Justin is
Authority for
attractive.
what?
I don't know. To tell you to bend over, bitch.
Oh,
I don't know.
So could Justin. You never know. When the closed doors happen and the lights dim down, I could be the master.
Bader. Anyways, go ahead. Eric, what is your question for the... You're so nasty.
What is your preferred tone of hair dye?
You're so fucking stupid. What is yours, Eric?
Yeah.
He answers last, ladies and gentlemen.
Like just the preferred tone that I to use. Oh, what do you mean?
On
Like
you?
how would you-
On
yeah.
you.
Oh.
Why, are you looking for a new haircut?
Well,
I
don't
can
know.
do it, or he can do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't
Come
know.
and
I
see
like to
us.
play a lot with color. I mean,
I really love the highlights that you have right now.
thank my Mexi lights. That's what we call them.
So the question I have for you on this one is, because isn't the carpet supposed to match the...
No.
So what happened? You said
Nobody has carpet anymore. Nobody has
Afeelya does.
It's all with flooring. It's all with flooring.
has carpet
Afeelya does.
now.
Nobody does. Damn, I gotta go home and get rid of the carpet.
That's 80s. No more.
So is this your hair color? Like, is this your hair,
This is
actually?
my- yeah,
This
all
is your
this
hair.
is
Oh,
my
let's
hair.
see. It is.
Tag it. Tag
So
it.
you had
That's
an ombre at some point.
Well, actually, she died, and I just let
And
it
it
grow.
fell out.
And it just-
That's the
and
truth.
everybody
I would
thinks-
say this: every
everybody's
Mexican
thinking-
has ombre.
Everybody's thinking that that I did this on purpose, but
I
I
told
just
her
haven't
today.
done the
It looks
roots.
good.
Thank you.
I use 4-0. If you want to figure that out, go and look it up.
I prefer a B1.
I used to be an assistant. That's not too.
So then what's the color?
Yours.
Exactly. That little.
color.
I used to call it Scottish light.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is your favorite? What is your color?
It's
then?
Schwarzkopf
It-
4-0.
Schwarzkopf?
Mhm.
Like Storm and Norman?
I don't know what Storm and
Holy
Norman is,
crap.
but the
Google
company
it.
is called Schwarzkopf, and it's 4-0.
Google it.
My favorite depended on the genre I was going for. Of course, you got like Jet Black if you're going through like a goth thing, a little troubled listening
I
to Too
love
Much to
jet black
Cure.
color.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It depends on the skin tone.
Yeah, some people it makes look sick.
I love like wearing like jet black hair.
Little Fire Engine Red.
But you have to see, anytime that I've gone
You're really
dark, like
trying to-
black, I've had to be really, really tan to pull it off because otherwise I'll look sick.
I have to look really pale.
And
I need to look pale the way that the jet black looks good on me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But why would you want to be pale? You're Latina.
I can look pale.
You look
Just
sick.
get.
You look like you're dead.
not so much pale, just
Not like
softer.
like-
She's like, oh, what's wrong with Diamond? Is she sick?
Is she pregnant?
She's pregnant. Giving me
She's
the
She's pregnant every
Is she
Sunday.
That's what she's like, I can't drink tonight. I'm pregnant. I think you used that one before.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Jean, come here. How are you?
The crap out of me.
Boy, you came out fast. Thank you for broadcasting over there.
I got lonesome, so I came back. They're so nice over
Nobody
there.
wanted to play. Well, you're not used to nice people, huh? It's so funny. So go ahead with your question, honey.
Let's see.
Or you can sit
Well, I
on my
guess this is
lap.
more for us over here. Have you guys ever been with this, had an affair with like a straight man, straight guy?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
You
All the
have?
time?
Wow.
I have.
No.
And he says no because he's in his first relationship right out of high school and they've been together forever and he hasn't fooled around with nobody else.
Yes, I have.
In the pool at the W.
Yes, and everybody's seen that.
Yeah.
It's online.
I will say I'm really reserved when it comes to who I sleep with, and that's for personal choice. I want to make sure I live a healthy lifestyle, and I don't judge people that do what they want to do.
See?
So he's calling me fast. That's what he's doing. It was just a question.
Trying to call your shit out, bitch.
It takes a while for me to warm up to the issue because I want to make sure that I'm doing it safe. That's it. But I can probably count on two hands how many people I've slept with.
Me too. I can do it on one. So did you answer your question? Answer the question. Yes, I have fooled around with a married man.
Married man, that was a straight man.
That's her question now. That's her question.
Nobody said nothing about married man.
Rewind that.
Damn it! I meant yes, a straight man. Yes means yes.
So Diamond, what's your question?
Let's see. What has been the most embarrassing thing that you have done when you're drunk?
I have too many of those.
Most embarrassing. The one that you wake up the next morning. The one that you wake up the next morning and you have to call your friends.
Oh,
you have to call your friends so you can start asking what you did. What's the experience?
What's yours?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
she goes last.
Okay.
You go ahead. Stop
My very first. There's been a couple. But my first experience would probably have to be when I had my power hour on my 21st birthday. I went to Amsterdam. We had a huge... I told this story. We had a huge stretch limo that took us out. We went to Amsterdam first. I guzzled down I don't know how many shots. And then we went to Charlie's. We got to Charlie's, and I probably had 1/4 of a drink. And I ended up having an asthma attack, which caused me to black out, and I fell in the back of Charlie's on the volleyball court.
Oh, wow.
And I was picked up by paramedics because they had to call the hospital to come and pick me up. So that, I was completely obliterated. I wake up the next day not knowing what had happened, and I'm completely bright and bushy-tailed because they put an IV in me. So I was completely fine, didn't have a hangover, and nothing was wrong, whatever. They just said, I had an asthma attack because I didn't drink before I was 21. I was a good boy.
That was a long-ass story.
The point that I'm getting to is that when I went out that night, because I was completely fine, I went to Charlie's.
That wasn't the story?
That wasn't the embarrassing part?
Well, that was the embarrassing part. But I went to Charlie's that next day, and I was applauded by the security and staff there because they remembered who I was.
Oh, my God.
Is this why you don't go to Charlie's no more?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go either. So, for me, it was a couple of things. One, I threw up on myself in the taxi. And then I went back into Charlie's. And two, I woke up with somebody. We were in our underwears, and we didn't.
And you're tarantarans, girl.
And then a week later go by, I was like, we haven't talked. I'm like, did something happen? I don't remember, but no, it was all good and safe. We didn't do nothing but cuddling.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Eric?
I genuinely don't remember. I mean...
Would your friends never told you? They're like, bitch, you was running around naked, your balls were everywhere. And
No, there are a couple times people wouldn't speak to me for a couple days. That's pretty fucking
that's
embarrassing.
pretty
So
down.
that would be it. I mean, I honestly, I don't know.
But they didn't tell you at some point?
They may have, but I mean, that's a
It's
long
not,
time ago,
I'm like,
man.
because if you
A
don't remember
really
it,
long time ago.
it's not really true. Yeah.
Is that why you have all
Exactly.
those grays and you should probably dye your hair with,
Oh, past it.
I am a distinguished gentleman, my friend. See,
that one.
I can tell because the eyes he's shooting over that
The
microphone.
tension between you two ladies.
I know it's the will they, won't they. It's what makes the show work.
Huh.
We have to sit you guys closer next week.
I'm good.
Answer your question.
Mine would have to be actually my 2nd year anniversary at Karamba because for our anniversaries and our birthdays we'd go crazy.
Bitch,
So-
you go crazy
What?
during the
But
show.
crazier though, crazier.
Bitch. The people at Karamba don't even tip money. They tip tequila shots. Come on.
That's very true.
This is why I stopped going.
Well, that's my story. So it was my 2nd anniversary. She was next to me. Raul was bartending like he always does, and I always have friends that come that are sober so they can drive me home. Yes. So I'm ordering these shots, and I'm paying full price for them. So I'm like, give me 7 shots, and I was clearly cut off. So I'm ordering these shots. So they give us they line up these shots, and I'm thinking they're real shots, but they're water.
They were Sprite.
They were Sprite. So I'm like, so all my friends knew except for me. So they lay them out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, give me lime, and everyone's laughing and laughing.
It was only Sprite.
It was Sprite. And the next day I had no money. I was like, Raul, you took all my money and charged me for Sprite. I was like, thank you. So that was embarrassing for me.
That's funny. What about you?
Oh my gosh, I have so many of them.
Where
But
do
I guess
we
one of them,
start?
I think one of them was like 6 years ago at Karambas when it was my birthday. And then I remember sitting on the VIP and watching all the entertainers and doing the show and everything. And people just come to me, shot, shot, shot. I think I had like 14 shots in 45 minutes. And then when they called me, to say thank you and everything, I couldn't even talk. Somebody recorded me and I was so embarrassed the next morning. And then I remember being there saying thank you for being here, whatever. And then I remember closing my eyes, opening them. I was naked at my room. Everybody was throwing an after party at my apartment. There was beer everywhere. And I was passed out in my room with flowers, cake, and stuff like that. And then I just woke up and I was like, I thought I was at Karambas. And then I opened the door and the party was still going in my apartment.
And you were naked?
But I was in my room though. But somebody had to take everything, because
they took advantage
No,
of you,
and they're
girl.
infamous for that. They're infamous for.
I remember hearing stories of that apartment. You go crazy locas. Did you answer you did. So before we end the show, let's go ahead and let people know where you will be at this week.
This week I'll be at I'll be there tomorrow with Savannah. The show's at 10:30. Then I have my show on Thursday at 10:30 as well. And my guests are Pussy Lahoot, Karime, and Desiree Demornay.
Oh, I like that.
And then we'll be at the
Desiree.
gala, yeah. And then we'll all be at the gala
At
on
the gala.
Saturday. Yeah.
Okay. And what about for you?
Gala. I'm gonna be resting actually this week. I'm
Okay.
just gonna be doing my relaxation, and then Saturday I'm gonna go to the gala, and then Sunday I'm gonna have my show. That'll be at Karambas. That'll be 10:30 o'clock. Because you tell those Mexicans 10:30 and they think it's like 12:30. They're looking at their
That's everywhere.
They're looking at their Mexican clock or something. So, but it's gonna be at 10:30. I'm gonna have Galilea Sodi and Fatima Sodi this Sunday. So it'll be
nice.
fun.
Are you gonna be anywhere this weekend?
This weekend, I will probably be at Apollo's Friday night for their dance club night. I had fun last week when I went. And then Saturday depends on usually if Mike has to work or not. Because Saturdays, if he's available, we try to spend a night together and do whatever we can around the house.
So before we close out the show, we're going to go ahead and just say thank you once again to our sponsors, Newtown Saloon, located at 5002 East Van Buren in Phoenix, Arizona. Also, Zone Bar, located at 4301 North 7th Avenue, and also Apollo's Lounge, which are our official viewing party at 5701 North 7th Street in Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you so much for having our viewing party there. We still got a couple more minutes, so Next week on our show, we will have it's all Flagstaff Pride, because I will be at Flagstaff Pride following weekend with
That
Kimberly
should be pretty
Caldwell.
cool. The weather there.
We have Pandora Box and a bunch of some of the girls from Phoenix will be performing. It's gonna be a great time. If you have time, go to flagstaffpride.org for all the information for that. I will be in California meeting me a new boyfriend, I hope. But before we close out the show, this is Gene Moore from Working It Out on Saturday night at 4 o'clock, where my friend Bryce will be on the show. Good luck with that one. And also, because he likes to talk a lot, so you'd be lucky if you get a word in. Me? Also, let me go ahead. You remember that story I was telling you about Gene who got in a fight at Karamba because he was trying to cut in line at the taco stand? This is him.
Trust me, it always happens. It always happens.
Gay face. I'm just saying that I was minding my own business and these bitches came out with gay face. You know, like, and I'm like, hey, just be nice.
Oh my god.
So I let him have it.
Well, she's infamous for that too.
Ask him if he had a taco or not.
Yeah, I ate my taco.
Trust, you always do.
I put my magazines down in case we had a fight, but these bitches is getting inappropriate.
We also want to say thank you to our Skype interview with Derek Chavez. Don't forget to catch him on MTV Challenge coming up in June, he said, or July?
July.
Soon. And you can find him on Facebook.com. Find Ruby Reynolds at Facebook.com. Diamond Dallas, Bryce Matheson, Gene Moore. Catch our sister show Saturday, 4 o'clock. And let's go ahead and close. Thank you to our tech guy, Eric, over here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. And once again, thank you to our Bryce. Don't forget to respect yourself and others, and we'll see you in the Gayborhood. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Buenas noches.